Hello, model citizens. Welcome again to the 2024 Amherst Model Railroad Show. I'm starting over at the Mini Prince booth. Hopefully things are working a little bit better this time around. And I'm noticing this little thing is in the way on the stream. So if you guys could give me, I apologize. We are going to get this thing started. I'm going to cut that off though so that it is not in the way for the entire stream, because I don't know about anybody else, but that would annoy me if that was there the whole stream. And I almost just knocked everything on the floor. People were saying we were going to do a take 3. This is take 2 if you don't know. Hopefully we are not going to do a take 3, but I do need to get this off of here, which I of course put it on there with a zip tie just to make sure that it didn't fall off. I hope you can hear me now. I was trying to go with a new microphone setup. Of course, that worked about as well as you would expect. Day 0. This is day 0 of the Amherst show. You can probably see we don't have a full show going on behind me. A lot of people are still setting up, getting stuff ready for the show. But we'll walk around. We'll see. There might be some people to talk to. There might not be some people to talk to. I'm already losing things. I'm sure that I'm going to lose this. That's going to go away. I'm losing things. I'm dropping things. I just need to take a breath, right? Just take a breath. We'll just walk around the show a little bit for now. It's good. I'm so excited. A lot of empty tables still, but a lot of people are getting set up and getting things done. So why don't we turn this around so you don't have to look at me, because I know that nobody wants to look at me anymore as well. You can't hear me? Are we still having audio issues? If you can let me know how the audio is. It's a loud show. It definitely is a loud show, and I just knocked something and now it won't. Now my chat's gone. I lost my chat. We're going to turn this around so I can see that chat. And I am going to try and fix this if I can get this to rotate. Oh, it's not one thing, it's something else, right? I've got a couple mics going, or a couple of phones going on with the rig this year. There we go. I can hear you. Gain on the mic is up, but okay. Yeah, so this is. I was trying to have a different mic setup, and it didn't work out for whatever reason. I'm trying to see if there are any mic settings that will fix it from being too loud, or maybe I just need to talk quieter. I guess that's the other option is Heath, stop talking so loud, right? I'm hoping, I guess you can hear me over all the sounds. But yeah, this is day 0, so people are just starting to get set up. I am, of course, testing the rig, making adjustments as we go. Lots of exciting stuff, though, happening this weekend that I'm really, really excited about. You know, I just really enjoy this show. Apologize if there's a little bit of shaking right now as we walk. I'm trying to adjust. I've got a strap that I'm using this year just to try and keep some of the weight off of my shoulders. But there's a cute little dog there that is wagging at me. Seems very interested in what I'm doing, very confused by my actions. But people are getting started. The ITLA booth coming together. That's Nick down there doing a little bit of setup.
Yes,
we're live. Do you have a minute? Do you want to talk about what you're doing at the show here?
Sure. How are you?
So people are going to be excited to see this. This is my microphone. You can see you're talking to the end.
Wow.
You can hold the box.
Northern blue box.
You gotta love it. Yeah. Just hold it up a little closer to you. Tell us.
Sounds good.
Well, I already told them who you are. It said you're Nick from ITLA, but
I am.
I noticed Renee is running behind the camera very quickly.
Renee's a little more camera shy, perhaps.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Why should people come here? What do you got going on? What should people see?
Great question. Well, we got lots to offer in terms of structures, and if you're into some of the urban, old brick and masonry type structures, then you come have a look at us if you would. Lots of opportunity to build these kits in different configurations. So one of our hallmarks is to create a design that is a flexible one, lets you build structures to suit your need and your footprint on your layout. So you can also flex the era too. So you could do transition or even into the modern era, and signage and details will of course convey the time frame. So lots of opportunity, easy to build, easy to play with. If you haven't tried a laser cut wooden kit, I'd recommend you stop by and say hi to us, and we'll show you how we do it.
So the question I'm asking everybody, of course, does this come in N scale?
Look at this, Heath. I brought this just for you. There's lots of N scale here. So we're working our way through that scale. We're trying to bring some more product into the lineup. But again, these are a couple of great examples of kits that can be configured into different shapes. So you could build, 2 or 3 of these things differently. So if you look down here, the original kit is this guy that's rotating here. This is the N scale all-state machine. The same kit is shown in its shallow relief format in the background with a 4th and 5th floor addition, and then that same 4th and 5th floor addition is reconfigured here into this kind of uniquely shaped structure.
Completely different colors on this one. Correct. As well.
Yes, yeah. But this is all the same kit. So you can see that you and I would build it differently, as we should. So perhaps it's not identifiable as easily as perhaps the usual plastic kit you might see on everybody's layout.
Right. Awesome. Well, oh look, detail parts too.
Exactly. We've got a lot of that as well. So rooftop and wall details, a lot of fun to build. HVAC ducting, air conditioners, chimneys, water tanks, etc. In N scale too. And
you have what's your website if people want to?
Yep, come on, have a look at us. www.itlascalemodels.com.
And you're another manufacturer up in Canada, and you know a gentleman named Bernard from Mini Prints.
Sure do. Yeah, we do some work together.
Yeah, yep. You have a little partnership going as well. So
yes, we do. We've got a little bit. Can I show you that quick before?
Is it out here?
It's right out here. So although we're not set up yet completely, this is our new kit in HO scale that's launching here at the show. Again, a configurable kit that could be built as a total flat, shallow relief, as I'm showing here, or even a fully walled structure to the left. But with respect to Bernard, he did a whole bunch of cool parts for us. So every kit gets 39 of his really nice 3D printed parts. And you can see a lot of those spread throughout the building structure here. Air conditioners, lighting, fixtures, meters, bollards, all sorts of cool stuff.
So included in the price, like Correct. If you go to the website and check the price, includes all those detail parts as well.
Yes, it does. Includes all of his good stuff, and then we've got a little bit of our own in here also. Full color manual and some really cool laser cut parts.
Fantastic. Well, some of the Canadians are asking if I've seen other Canadians here yet. So
Yeah,
Nick's the first one we're seeing today, but there is a contingent here, so we'll keep
keep
we'll
an eye
keep
on us
looking.
and
Yeah,
keep us in line.
yeah. Make sure we don't have to send you back with any
That's right.
extra stuff.
We're glad to be here.
Thanks, Nick, and tell Renee who keeps running behind us.
I will.
That we all said hello.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Take care.
Later.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah, so I saw Nick last night, and the first thing I did was walk up to him, and I asked him if the new kit came in N scale, and he just looked at me. He said that kit took them about 2 years, I think it was, to come out with, and it's yeah. So part of Andy's saying some of that would look good on the background of your layout. I actually have a mock-up in paper on my layout of what I want to do in one of the corners, and it is actually the ITLA kit. So you can download off their website the ITLA wall module. What do they call it? It's like a planning kit, and you can go through that and print it out and figure out what different pieces and parts you need. So that works out really well. So this is the Amherst Belt Lines. This is the Amherst Railway Society. They're the ones that put on this show. They were here yesterday. Some people started setting up yesterday. That's why you see some people more set up than others. A lot of the layouts get extra time to set up because it does take a lot of time to do the various setups. I'm gonna not this this van is coming towards me. On Friday in the morning until 2 o'clock, they let you drive in here. So a lot of people will drive in because it's easier, especially when you're trains and you bring a whole truck. The train's truck is actually sitting out back as well. You can see, I believe this is a bookseller that whose van we're coming up to. You can just see the amount of stuff that they bring with them, and then the amount of stuff that they have to set up as well. So they'll need to get all of that set up and ready to go before tomorrow. This is HO Valley Track. We all know Ron from New Haven Rails. This is his modular club. These guys are setting up. Ron is going to be here a little bit later. He's got some videos that he did of a new module that he is bringing to the show. I had the opportunity to meet a bunch of these guys earlier this year. I went up to Ron's layout, got a little bit of an op session going, and I'm getting my picture taken as well, just so that we can prove I am really here and not just virtual. Tell Ron I said start doing some work. We are in the Better Living Center right now, which is kind of what people consider to be the main hub of the show. And this is sort of the back side of the building, I guess you can say, the main entrance being on the other side. A bunch of used vendors right now that we're walking past. When I first came to Amherst back in 2020, what I was told is if you can't find it in Amherst, you won't be able to find it. I don't know how true that is 100%, but this is definitely the place that a lot of people come to. There's a lot of hobby shops that come here as well, selling new stuff. Yankee Dabbler, Spring Creek, White Rose Hobbies, Lombard's coming this year for the first time, as well as just lots of unique things as well. And it's nice because you get to, see things, put your hands on things, and talk to people as well. This is definitely a great place to run into people that you haven't seen in a long time. Some people just see people here. Oh, look at this. If you want some pre-built kits, these are a bunch of pre-built kits that these guys have. I always end up, these are the kind of tables that I end up walking past and ending up buying stuff from as I just sort of stroll around doing this kind of stuff. It's the used stuff that always gets me. We're heading over towards Class 1 Model Works is off to my right. I believe that's Aurora Miniatures is over there, and I believe this is the Touch Toggles guy with the black tablecloths there as well. Soundtracks is a little bit ahead of us on the right. Soundtracks used to be on the very left side, or what I'm calling the left side of the Better Living Center. They have moved over to the right side. Essentially, the Mini Prints booth and the Soundtracks booth have swapped sides. The NMRA booth is to my left. You got all of the Soundtracks people. Oh, look at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, have your attention, please.
Anybody know that guy?
If you're out there, we found your phone, and it's in the Mallory office.
Hello.
Jack, you've been bad. Go get
People
your
were
phone.
saying, have you seen Chris and Lauren yet? And I said, who?
That's a typical response.
Pretty much. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
How was your trip?
Terrible. It was
Oh,
terrible
really?
drive. Took 8 hours and
Really?
it was terrible. Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
But you're here now.
I am here now.
Did you
and
get
I'm
in
very
this
happy.
morning?
No, if you count 3 a.m. this morning, yes. Yeah.
Did you get any sleep last night?
4 hours. Yeah.
And that is the show. That is basically how the show goes.
We're going full on.
Well, I'll let you guys get set up. I'll get out of the way, but I'll come stop by and say hello later. But everyone kept asking about you, so there you have it. There was Chris. Where's Trackside Mike? I don't know. Where's Trackside Mike? Oh, apparently he's out. He's working. I'm getting yelled at by the boss because I'm holding his guys up. Oh no! Now we're in trouble. Should we go? Let's go see. And I got
The
yelled
good old
at.
train box. I love it.
I got yelled at.
How's everybody doing today?
We're doing fantastic. I heard you guys had a great drive yesterday.
Oh, it's a great drive.
Got in at
3 in the morning.
Yeah. So
Yep, got to bed at 4. And up at 10. Getting ready for the trade show.
there you go. Well, I'll let you keep going, but
Come and see us tomorrow. We'll be here.
We'll see you later when you have a little more time to talk and the boss isn't going to yell at me.
Till the next one, keep it on the tracks.
Mike said we'll just go talk outside while Lauren can't see him. But don't tell Lauren that he said that. Yes, it is day 0 and we're already causing trouble at the show. Here is the NMRA booth. Michelle Kempema's over there. Gregory Moss, who is the media coordinator for the show, is over there as well. Gregory, are you in the middle of something?
We were hoping you would come and talk to us.
I would love to come talk to you. Would you tell us, I know you sent out the media packet, but you want to tell us, if Michelle's like, let me duck out of the corner.
Greg is an amazing person who has helped me more than I can even explain.
Thank you.
So
I appreciate that.
so I was going to give you your own moment here because you don't need me in this. You need to hear from Greg. He's the guy who makes so much happen.
I'm sorry. What was the question again?
The question was like, what? All these people are here. How did it start? Where are we going? Why should people come visit? The typical. Give the
2 minutes
here.
or less.
No, I mean, I can stand here for 20 minutes if you want to give me a 20-minute talk too.
Well, the Railroad Hobby Show is 50-some years old. It actually started on the campus of the University of Massachusetts in Amherst, Massachusetts, back in the 50s and 60s. And it started out as a swap meet. People there, faculty and students, had an interest in railroads and model railroads, so they started the swap meet once a year. They would do that. They did that for a few years, and then because of building renovations and so forth, lost their space. And they took a big plunge and came and rented one building at Eastern States Exposition just to see if there was enough interest to keep it going. It was a huge success. And that was in the early 1980s.
When did you start with them?
Me personally?
Yeah.
I've been with Amherst 17 years.
Nice.
Right. And that was when I got transferred to Massachusetts. I worked for a national company, spent a lot of time in Wisconsin, then got transferred to Michigan, then got transferred to Massachusetts. So that was my beginnings with Amherst. I'm a modeler. I build modules and so forth.
What scale do you model in?
HL.
HL?
Yep. And after two corporate transfers, I got tired of tearing down layouts and rebuilding them, and that's when I started going all modules. So that's what I do.
Do you have any models at the show?
I don't, only because with the marketing and media responsibilities, I really don't have time to run trains too, although I wish I could.
Yeah. What are some of the things at this year's show that people should check out while they're here?
Well, I think one of the layouts that's really worth seeing is in the Mallory complex. It's the Reading Company Technical and Historical Society. They're back again this year, and they won Best in Show last year. And they have even added to the layout with new light systems and so forth. It's really neat to see.
And it's a small layout they have, right?
160 feet long.
I knew that. I knew. Yeah, it's massive over there. Yeah,
it's massive. So that's one that I think people should see. But really, when it comes down to it, the Railroad Hobby Show is a little bit different than a lot of model train shows in that we cover all aspects of the railroad hobbies. So you find the historical people here, you find excursion train people here, you find books, videos, just about anything that you can imagine in the railroad hobbies. If it's not here, it probably doesn't exist. So,
I was just saying that earlier, that when I first came here in 2020, I was told if you're looking for stuff, go to the show. If you can't find it here, you're not going to find it. So
the other thing that you're well aware of is that we're doing more to support the media community this year. So we actually have a media center set up in the Mallory complex for people like yourself to have a place just to relax, to upload if you need a quieter space for interviews. If we were doing this tomorrow, the din would be huge.
Yeah.
So we're doing more of that sort of thing. But there is so much to see. For people that want to see it in one day, you really have to hustle to get around to see everything.
If there were other people that have like YouTube channels or do YouTube stuff that wanted to reach out to you either for this year or future years to come do something like what we're doing now or whatnot, how would they contact you?
Well, I'll give you both email address and telephone, and I have no problem with people calling me. In fact, that's fine. But the email address is simple. It's webmaster@amherstrail.com. Oh, excuse me, .org. Yeah.
AmherstRail.org. Yep.
Yeah, because we have 3 websites actually. And,
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I always have to remember. So webmaster at amherstrail.org. And I'm also going to give you the phone number too. It's 508-243-9984.
Fantastic. So yeah, if anybody wants to reach out, or if anybody needs information about the show, Greg's a good contact as well. And Greg and John Sacerdoti as well, who people have seen do pick up their phones. So
Yeah, we do.
feel free to reach out. Don't call them at 9 o'clock at night though. But
that's getting close to my bedtime.
Things happen. Things happen. But Greggy, thank you. I'm going to keep wandering, but I am sure we'll see you again shortly.
Okay. Thank you very much.
There is another item that I want to show people that is just around the corner here. So, I keep losing something every time I put the mic in my pocket. So I want to show this to people. This, if I'm not mistaken, so this is a trolley group, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this module, this is the New York Society of Model Engineers model. It's
not exactly.
Here,
Put it this way. It had been.
This is my microphone.
Okay. This actually has been donated, and we're going to have a formal ceremony tomorrow at 1 o'clock to the Shoreline Trolley Museum by the New York Society of Model Engineers.
Oh, great.
So
okay.
And we're going to be using it as part of an exhibition on the Brooklyn Bridge and what a game changer it was, in terms of the transportation scene in New York City, particularly in Brooklyn still being an independent city at the time and so on.
Yeah, do you know the history of this? My understanding is it was like a 90-year-old gentleman that had been building this in his home or something?
His guy's name is basically, there's a whole story to this. We're going to have handouts tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Harvey Sheck, and he's in North Carolina now. He had built this. He also built a model of Sunnyside Yard. He took with him in Excel. Excuse me. But the New York Society gave this to us because basically they wanted to see it on more public display, and more so their HO and O scale. So it didn't exactly fit in terms.
This is what scale?
This is N scale, and I mean it's beautiful. Is the only way to describe it.
Yeah, prototypical.
It's
some liberties, but
I mean it's condensed because. If it was the full-size Brooklyn Bridge, it would be going another like 10 to 15 feet that way. But for the purpose of showing the Brooklyn Bridge and what it looks like and what it did, this is here it is.
Yeah.
It's a selective compression, and it's done very, very well.
I got to see some photos of it earlier, but I was very excited to hear that this was coming here so that we can see it. And so people come to the show, they can come find this.
I actually have all the details in my car because there was a big write-up on this in N-Scale magazine back in the 1990s. So and I've got that issue with me with all the details, including the name, the builder, what he did with it, how he did it, and so on. So I mean, it's really a wild story.
Oh, that's really awesome. Okay.
And this is all hand carved balsa, for example. It's pretty incredible in its own right.
Well, we'll have to come back tomorrow sometime when you're not setting up. But I did just want to give people a little bit of a intro to some of the things they'd see if they came down here this year. And I'm glad you guys brought this down here. I'm from the New York City area myself, so being able to see this is really fantastic. Bill, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah.
And I was born and raised in Brooklyn, so.
Oh, even better.
I know the bridge.
Even better, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? At 2 o'clock, that's 2 hours from now, all vehicles must be removed from all buildings as they will be fitting garage doors with glass doors. We don't want your car in here for the weekend.
That was John Sacerdoti making a little bit of an announcement. So this guy right here, this guy's name is also Heath. You don't meet a lot of Heaths, so I stopped him earlier. Here, do you have a second?
I do. What can I do for you?
So who you can hold it? It's
Okay.
Makes it easier on me because I can hold this. But what do you model? Who are you? What are you doing here? What's your story?
I'm helping out here at the show. I'm a member of the Amherst Railway Society. Volunteered for the last 2 years. I model the Boston and Maine Con River line from about mid-70s to early 80s. That's
Nice.
what I'm working on now. We got some stuff up, but still a lot further to go.
What scale? And do you have some modules here as a part of the setup here?
I do not. No.
Yeah, but you're helping the Amherst Society set up their modular.
No, I'm actually just helping with the buildings and all the things that people don't realize goes on. We're getting the tables in the right place, keeping the customers happy, and getting them everything they need.
So you're the behind the scenes guy.
Where I am one of the behind the scenes guys. There are
Fantastic.
many.
So if I hear somebody yelling Heath in some like angry tone, that it might not be
somewhere,
me.
it's probably going to be me they're calling.
Okay, good. That's good to know. It was great to meet you. I'm glad to run into other people with the same name, as it is not the most common name
It's only
out
the
there.
second time it's ever happened to me.
So thank you, and have a great show.
No problem. You enjoy it. I hope all your viewers enjoy it too. Everyone, come on down.
Thank
Lots
you.
to see.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
When I was in line earlier, get my badge, I looked up and I was like, wait, that guy's badge says the name Heath on it. I'm like, what is up with that? It's great seeing people set up the modular layouts. You don't realize how much work goes into all the stuff that these people set up. I mean, look at here's the Scenic Express booth, right? And they've been here every year, and they bring so much stuff. And to be here a little bit earlier and see like these big, open, empty tables just start filling up with stuff, one little piece at a time. It's really pretty impressive. Or at least I'm impressed. I know a bunch of people are going to be making announcements at this show. I know Scale Trains has mentioned some stuff. Micro Trains has mentioned some stuff. I think Broadway Limited as well. We just heard that the Trolley Museum are doing a thing at 1 o'clock. The NMRA is doing an op session at 5:30 on Saturday. The Women in Model Railroading is. A lot of different things going on. Just looking around. This area, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be kind of like a craftsman courtyard area. A lot of craftsman kit companies, so you can see Mud Creek is set up in the background. Looks like I'm seeing some of the N-scale modules getting set up over here. There's a big N-scale modular group. Oh, these people right here that are setting up right here, right there, they have a bunch of old like Campbell soup kits. Not Campbell soup, Campbell's soup. Not what I meant to say. Old Campbell kits, old kits that you can't find anywhere else, and they still have some stock that they are going through as well. So we spent about 35 minutes in the Better Living Center. My thought is we would take a little walk across the parking lot. We'll see. Generally, the connection isn't as great as we pass through into the other building, but we'll see how it goes. We'll make it work. We'll get there. thanks so much, everyone, for being here on day 0 at the Amherst Railroad Hobby Show of 2024. Nelson is here at the door every day. He never leaves. They don't let him go home. I'm convinced that Nelson was the last guy to leave last year, and they just locked the doors behind him and left and walked away.
I'll give this guy a slap.
I'm looking at the thing and I'm like, you don't have a vendor. I'm so here. Who the hell are you?
Who the hell am I? Who the hell are you?
This is the United States. We don't let criminals in here. How did you get in?
I snuck in through the border.
Welcome. When did you get here?
This morning.
Nice. And I see. So you've jumped in and you're helping people. Well,
yeah.
Actually, tell people who you are, because there might be one person that doesn't know you.
Doesn't know me? What? Nobody knows
one
me?
Person. Just one.
Just one?
If there is one.
Okay.
There could be
I'm
one.
Artie from America, all the way from Australia.
That's so awesome. That's so cool. I can't believe you're really here.
Yeah.
We carried pictures of Artie around with us to all the meet and greets.
And now you got the real deal here. I'm looking for that imposter.
Yeah,
Imposters around here somewhere. I'm looking for him.
So you just jumped in and you're helping people set up?
Yeah, I'm here with the plumbers group.
Where's Plumber? So is Plumber here?
Yeah, he's over in the pavilion.
The Mallory?
Yeah.
What group is that? You have to look at the tag. I see how it works.
The 4 County Society. And they renamed me too as Jay.
Yeah. You know, with the authorities looking for you, I can imagine that renaming you is probably a good we'll check in. We'll go find. Is Plumber over there?
Yeah, he is. I'm just looking for this other mad Aussie here that brought this rain with him.
Oh yeah, we gotta knock that off.
Yeah, I've got to beat him up because I brought the heat, but he brought the rain. So I've got to look at find him and cut him at the knees.
I love how warm it is, though.
Yeah, look how warm it is.
Fantastic.
It's not cold here. Look, I'm in short sleeves.
Well, we're going to get this conversation translated so people that don't understand your accent can follow along on the replay.
Yeah.
But I can't believe you're here.
I am.
It's been 2 years you've been trying to get here, right?
Yeah. Finally got all the paperwork. It's been an adventure.
Yeah.
The trip's been an adventure, and look, a vacation is an adventure. Enjoy it.
So what do you want to see here? Like
Everything.
What? Anything in particular?
No, I just want to feel the American train exhibition because it's not this big back home in Australia.
Well, just to be clear, it's not this big in America everywhere. This is unique. This is the show.
Well, I just looked at the layout that Plumbers putting together. My club's layout will probably fit in it about 10 times.
Wow.
That gives you an idea. And ours is an average one. The biggest layout that goes around Australia will probably fit in it twice.
Ray Bertelson said hello. Almar, Robert Darby, Andy Ambrose. Whole bunch of people are on here that you know, that know you.
Yeah.
That have all said they're moving out of the U.S. now that they've let you in. Is that? No, I'm just nobody's saying that.
I don't blame it, really.
Well, it's great that you're here. We'll catch up as we go. And
I don't know how I'm going to do my live stream tomorrow, since I've got to do it on the normal American time. Yeah, but it's too boring in a hotel room. I don't know. I mean, I think I might be getting Randall's disease.
So we did a live stream at 8 o'clock from the bar at the hotel. I don't know what hotel you're at, but just go to the bar of the hotel. I'm sure there'll be other model railroaders there.
Which hotel is that at? Is that the one with the red light?
Well, I was at no red light, but you don't have to say where you're staying, because then people will hunt you down. I don't want to out where you're staying. I was like, I'm not staying. And I'm like, no, I'm not saying
the red light at that hotel that you guys are staying at.
I'm at the Sheraton. I'm at the which
Yeah, we'll
is
see.
kind
There
of
you go.
show
There's the red
central.
light.
Kind of show central, but yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
don't
all
know where
good.
we are staying. Tammy and Ray are coming up.
Yeah, they just they messaged me that they were on the plane.
Yeah, they'll be arriving this afternoon. So she's organised a hotel, so I don't know where we're staying. Yeah,
I'm sure you can sleep on somebody's floor or under some layout somewhere if it
it's all right.
doesn't work out.
The plumbers volunteered to be the cuddle buddy. So,
Oh, there you
yeah.
go. There you go. There you go. Well, we'll
Okay.
go find plumber in a little bit. We're gonna hit the Young Building.
So
No, actually, I think we're gonna hit the Stroh Building, then the Young Building, then we'll be in Mallory.
So where's the rest of the gang? In that one there?
Yep, that's the Better Living Center behind us there.
So
That's,
that's where Mini Prince and all them are?
Mini Prince is there, although he's not there right this moment. He'll be
Where
back
are
this afternoon. He'll be back. They went to visit George Celios.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Right.
you gotta, you know.
Yeah, well, I've got to find that Aussie. I reckon that other Aussie's in there. So
What company is that other Aussie with?
His name's Marty.
Oh,
Marty,
Marty with the NMRA, Marty.
Yeah.
I have run into Marty twice already. I have not seen him today. Today, there is an NMRA national meeting happening at the
That's where he
Sheraton from like 10 to 5.
That's where he
So
is.
you can walk around all day.
And he's hiding from me because he's
And
the one that brought the rain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll blame him for that.
Okay, guys.
Thank
See
you.
later.
So crazy seeing you here.
Yeah.
That's Artie from America Model Railroading, all the way from Australia. He's been getting his paperwork together to make a trip to come see us and spend some time with us. So glad finally able to see him. One thing I should point out is that this year they don't have the steam locomotive. They've got two things going on. They've got this bus, and then there's going to be a van as well. And the van's apparently outfitted with quite a sound system as well that plays a bunch of different train sounds. Oh, I can hear I can hear the train going across the street. Al, I will definitely go find Plumber. I didn't know Plumber was coming until last night, I think it was. I heard that he was coming. So this is the main thoroughfare of cars. I'm going to try not to get hit as I cross over. We're going to go into what is affectionately known as A barn. A is in the letter A. They have an A barn, a B barn, and a C barn. Yeah, Robert, funny you noticed that. Yes, I did put additional stickers on, and I also put on the top of it microphone talk here. I'm hoping that by labeling it, that people will figure out that they need the layout that Bill Brown is a part of. It sets up in here. But it's called the barn. I don't know if you can see it. It says Clydesdales right there. But this is where they store horses. This is where they hold the horses. Jelsma Graphics came up from Florida to visit us. Looks like Bill has moved his setup to the front side this year. How you doing, Bill?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing fantastic. The background that I got from you looks amazing on my layout. It's great seeing you here.
Let me take your hand. Good to see you.
Yeah, so I don't want to distribute too much while you're setting up, but we're just doing a little preview, what people can see when they come to the show. And I noticed that you used to be on the other side, but they're moving you up front and center
I've
this
switched
year.
around various years. We switch it up. But, yeah, we got a couple new modules this year that look, really nice. So I think people will really enjoy it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
you're
set up yet, so.
No, it's a lot to set up. I'm learning now, like a modular layout. You don't just clamp it together and go.
That's right.
There's stuff to do.
Well, every year we joke that when we take it off the truck, it looks like a piece of garbage, and then 5 hours later, it's a masterpiece.
Yep, 100%. But yeah, I've gotten a background from Bill, John Farrington, John 2618. Got one from Bill as well, and everyone has seen it and they comment on it on my streams how great it looks.
Since COVID, the business has been just going through the roof. A lot of people
fantastic.
doing a lot of business. I've been selling backdrops all over the world, and like I've told people, I think there's 3 or 4 or 5 good backdrop distributors on the planet. I think I'm the only one that will take a scene and doctor it for you. Add this, take that out, blend 3 or 4 scenes together, put a common sky over it, all the Photoshop work. And
yeah, I think you did 5 pictures for me to put mine together. And what I love too is the FabTech removable stuff that, I mean, that's been fantastic. And I like how it's not like real sharp. I mean, you sell
there's 3 different materials. The one you're talking about is the middle material. It's a cloth-based material. It's got a little bit of a duller surface to it, so a lot of people like that. Kind of a muted background, and the nice part about that is that I call it idiot-proof. It's you can crumble it up and uncrumble it. It doesn't take the folds. It doesn't take the seams, and you can remove it, move it around. And
I think I just got called an idiot because I like that as well. When I went to put it up, I got it all messed up in one corner, and I was just able to pull it apart, and it just went right back together. But yeah.
All right. Well, and I'll get setting up. Thanks.
Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it. This is Bill's club. A lot of these backgrounds came from Bill. Bill's got here as I walk right past. It's one of Bill's modules. Another one of Bill's modules here. I do actually have a video of these guys from last year up on my channel as well. This, as far as details go, this layout is just absolutely stunning and incredible. I think there's more vendors in this building this year as well. I'm talking to people online, Dave. Dave's looking at me like, what's going on? I'm talking to myself. I got people online that are watching the show from all over. And yeah, I'm not completely crazy. I'm just a model railroader.
We're all crazy. No, it's the thing where if you grew up when people talking to themselves is crazy, now everybody's got Bluetooth. So
right. Yeah. Early Bluetooth adopters, the people that were talking to themselves. Yeah. If you ever want to see some of the RR Circuit stuff in person, this is the place to come as well. There's the man himself. Everyone's still setting up, doing their thing. So we'll go take a walk over to the Young building next. But yeah, so much here to see. So many cool and different things here. New stuff, used stuff. A little bit of everything in the middle, up, down, and backwards as well. Has anyone that's watching been here before and not able to make it this year, or are most of the people watching can't get out the door? Apparently, I can't get out either of those doors. I got to go to the other door. I was just envisioning a Far Side commercial where, I'm pushing on the door the wrong way and it says door opens. Yeah, but part of what's hard about this show is it does cost some money to get here. It's about an hour and a half out of Boston, so you can fly to Boston, or there is another airport a little closer. There are some decently inexpensive hotels, but then the other problem is you end up seeing so much stuff as well, and then just stuff that you want to buy. I wouldn't say, I don't know that there's an average time to set up this stuff. Everything, the sizes of the setups are very, very different. I mean, some people will have one table and other people will have 20 tables. So it really is just very different as to the timing of what it takes to set things up. I was waiting to pull on that door and have it not open for me. But yeah, we are in the Young building now. Bunch of people setting up. The layouts, I think, definitely take longer to set up in most cases. Oh. It said I was offline for a second, but it looks like I'm back. It's good to know. Boo, I'm right behind you. Is that true, Frank? Are you really here? If you're really here, you better be coming up and saying hello to me. If you know me and you're here, I've already had one person walk up to me and ask me if I am who I was. But if people are here, definitely come say hello. It'd be great to meet people. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is Tom's Trains right here in front of me. So I didn't pay extra for today. I just paid for the Saturday and Sunday. Gregory Moss, who I interviewed a little bit earlier during this stream, talked about how to reach out if you have a YouTube channel or you want to just get involved and do some press stuff as well. So Alan Wigwag, completely understand. Oh, I just want to mention, I'll address that in 1 second. So this is S scale. These guys always do a layout always about in the same spot. So for those of you who are S scalers who are worried about not seeing stuff, here's the S scale stuff. Here's the thing. So as Frank says, yes, there are outlets everywhere that you could always charge stuff. This is also just a really great crowd of people. I mean, these are all model railroaders that are here, all different ages. Everyone is incredibly helpful. If there is ever anything that you need, people are so friendly. And yes, it is a lot of walking, but it's kind of something that, in my opinion, is worth coming to at least once and seeing. And they do have, okay, so here's the other thing. They do have quiet rooms. They do have some spaces and stuff like that where if you need to get away from stuff for a little bit, if you need to just find a quiet place or just somewhere out of every building, they've got a place where you can come and sit and relax and get what you need. There's you can get what you need here. This is Deluxe Materials. These guys right there. Yeah, Drew, dude, it is it's an adventure, especially if you're traveling from out of town. But oh, look at this. This is a whole G-Scout. You guys know me and my Circus Carnival stuff, so I got a little. We'll do some more walkthroughs as well when the crowds are here, just to kind of chit chat with some more people, find out why people are here, what people are doing, what people are looking for. It's kind of cool seeing people that you either haven't seen in a while or people that you like remember from previous years and stuff like that. Mark, would you have a moment to tell the people watching about your setup here and your club and who you are? And if you want to hold on to that and talk into it like it's a microphone, because it is.
Well, I'm Mark. I'm part of the Mohegan Pequot Railroad Club, and we have a nice little layout over here. I'm currently running a little engine down there. If you like to see
This multicolored.
Well, yeah, it's based off of a children's book that I actually made.
Oh, tell us about that.
Oh, it's a book by Donald Cruz called Freight Train. And if anyone has indeed looked up the book, you notice that it goes red caboose, orange tank car, and so forth. It's actually a really good thing to do, and it was fun to make.
That's really awesome. How'd you get into model railroading?
As a kid, really. I mean, when you're watching Thomas at a young age, so
Okay. Yeah.
you tend to get into it.
Absolutely. How many years have you been coming to this show?
Geez, I think this is going to be my 15th, actually.
15th?
Yeah.
So you were coming since you were a wee little one?
Yes, I was.
What do you, what is your favorite thing to come here and see or do, or?
See like what many manufacturers have for new, trains and such, as well as whatever other things going around here.
So do you ever get out of here without buying something new, or do you always, your wallet always end up a little lighter at the end of the day?
Let's go with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because my wallet's always screaming when it comes here.
Mark, thank you for your time. People are just, showing people a little bit of the setup, a little bit of what happens behind the scenes, a little bit of the testing of the modular railroads before they're up and running in tip-top shape.
Well, right now it is tip-top shape right now. I am going to debut this at the show tomorrow, so hopefully kids will love it.
Thank you, Mark.
Welcome.
Here's a couple of companies that you might have heard of. A company called White River Productions you guys might have heard of. And Chris is actually running away over there, who's Home Shops. We've got Mackerel as well. So Chris, we've been instructed to come up to you and ask where the Split Rock Mining Company cars are.
There's quite a campaign, and it's impressive, and you just never know. They might happen.
So.
I got like a dozen email requests in a 5-minute period, and I thought I knew something was up. That's very cool.
Oh, there's no concerted effort. There's no like it's not like we've gotten on YouTube and we're starting a campaign, and it's not like people won't come up to you throughout the show and ask you about it. So it's Chris from Home Shops. Why should people come to this show this weekend to come?
Well,
see
if you
your
have
stuff?
an interest in freelance model railroading, we have something to offer that very few people have. On the table here are all cars that we have run now with three manufacturers. We have Tangi cars, we have Repido cars, which just came in. I just got them from Repido about 30 minutes ago at their booth. So this is the first time I've actually seen this inventory besides the samples. We have Class 1 Model Works cars. We work with manufacturers to bring high-level, high-quality models of freelance railroads to you. So come see us if you're interested in freelance railroads.
And these aren't just freelance railroads you're making up. These are freelance railroads.
Correct.
From where?
These are freelance railroads, either storied history, like the Cat Mountain Santa Fe here. It's been written about in magazines for 30 years. It's on YouTube. It's David Barrow's layout. Others are like club layouts. This Crescent Lines car is one of our club layouts. Phoenix Turnabout and Apache, that's a club layout in the Phoenix area. And then a lot of these folks have their own social media page where they share their own creations. They've got quite a following, like Split Rock Mining Company. I keep forgetting this is a mic.
Yeah, that is. See, that's why it says cool. Micro. I got it. So I used this last year as well.
Yeah.
And it didn't say microphone talk here on it. So I was hoping if I put microphone talk here on it, people would know to talk. But
maybe you draw a picture of a microphone. This is very cool. Very, very cool. So they also come from folks who have, created their own thing. And, if you've watched Sheldon Frankel's Q&E channel, or you watch Joe Logan's, Arkansas Valley Facebook page, or you've operated at Bob Welke's Wisconsin and Upper Michigan, if you wanted a car for your collection, you'd have to paint one yourself. Get one of these roadrunners to paint one. Not anymore. So everything we offer has somebody who is championing that railroad. And, we're taking a gamble that they'll sell, and we roll that right into more projects. So if you like Freelance, come check us out, come support us, and we'll keep putting out more projects.
Thanks. I will let you get back to setting up because I know it is not a simple task, but I will be here this weekend, and we'll come stop by and see how things are going with you.
Well, I appreciate it. Enjoy the show.
Thanks, and we look forward to those split rock cars.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Hey, I apologize for last year. I remember you were walking around, and I was really busy.
I understand, and that's why we're here today as well. They let us in early so that a little bit less chaos today. A little bit less. Thank you. I do not see Mr. Ray Arnott, but I believe he is going to be somewhere right near by here. One of these, he's by one of these doors. Not really sure where. This over here is going to be one of 2 T-Track setups this year. There's going to be one T-Track set up here, and then there's going to be another one over in the Mallory building, which is right on through this door over here. So my dad, Lauren Hurwitz, is there a trolley layout? Earlier in the video, there actually is a trolley setup that we talked to the guys earlier. They didn't have the trolley stuff set up at the time, but we'll go back and we'll see what other stuff they have as well. I don't know. Let's see. I'd like to see a Touch Me Please set up for kids, and also an all-female club. Okay, so 2 things going on this year would be they do have a lot of stuff for kids in the Mallory building in the back. There's a Lego setup where you can actually play with the Legos, touch the Legos, put things together. And as far as women goes, there is the Women in Model Railroading group, and they are hosting an operations sessions on the Dry Hill layout this year on Saturday at 5:30. So if you want to support women in railroad, you don't need to be a woman in railroading, but if you want to support women in model railroading, 5:30 on Saturday, they're going to operate on that layout right here, which is the Dry Hill layout. When I came over here earlier, these guys were all sitting underneath the layout. I'm trying to figure out why. I've got oh. All right, let's keep going. They've got a bunch of manufacturers over here. They used to have most of them in the Better Living Center, but they did move a bunch into this area. So coming up here at the end, we've got Athern. Athern's here. I think Eastern Seaboard Models, I think is what they're called. When we go into the back room, we'll see Repido, we'll see Lionel, some other ones that I can't remember off the top of my sit. Yeah, Andy, it is unbelievably big. 4 buildings. 4 buildings of stuff that are normally used for an agricultural fair. So if you wanted to like buy a cow, you could come here to buy a cow, and they've got hundreds of them that they sell over over the course of the fair. So I didn't explain that very well. So here's my 2020 story. Came here, walked around, walked through what I thought was the 4 buildings. It's getting tired. Came to this area because we wanted to go to the bathroom. Walked through this hallway, and all of a sudden realized that there is a whole nother section back here as well. So yeah, I mean, this is just absolutely massive. So there's Repido and Lionel, like I was talking about. Wooden Scenics back here. Should we go see if we can find Plumber 33? I just saw the sign for the Four Corners guys. This is where you'll find the Fremo layouts are in this area. There you go. There's a good idea. Bring a scooter. Scooter around. All right, so let's see if we can find them. Maybe we can sneak up on them. I don't see them yet. This whole area is going to be full of layouts very shortly. Very, very soon. Is Steven around? Plumber 33 on YouTube? I thought he was with your group. Yes, the skateboarder.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. He went to look for his friend. I don't know where.
Oh, yeah, Artie I saw on the other side over there. All right, I'll be back. Thank you. No Plumber 33. Large N-scale contingent this year. So over here, this is the HO Fremo. This is the N-scale Fremo. And I think this might be more N-scale, but I think there's also going to be N-scale in this open spot here as well. But you can see a little bit about what is getting set up. What's kind of funny is people start actually buying stuff here as well. Thank you, Mr. Paul Scott. I think I'm so interested in Fremo. It's such a... If I did more modules again, I think I would probably do Fremo. I like the setup. Okay, I was wrong. This is actually all HO scale. So the N scale group is not here or not where I think they are. But this is Fremo N. Oh, maybe the N scale guys are right here. When I say the N scale guys, there's a whole group of people from, I want to say my area, but they go to the Edison train show. But they do an even bigger setup here at this train show. So these are those guys right here setting up all the N-scale modules using the N-track standard, all now a part of NRail. It's going good. How are you doing? You want to say hello to people? Do you have your module set up over there again?
Got a new module over there.
You got a new one. Let's go look at the new one. Okay. So for the one person that might not know who you are, do you want to introduce yourself? I mean, you don't have to. But
I could, but I'm Bob.
You're not wearing your outfit, so
no,
you don't...
I'm setting up with the Fremo N-scale setup over here. So I'm Bob from the Bob's N-scale Man Cave. So that's my channel. And so we've got this whole big area over here full of Fremo, and I've got a brand new module.
Did you bring the trestle as well?
I do have the trestle over here. I got everything I own here today.
Everything, all of your rolling stock collection?
No, just
because I've seen some of your reviews.
No, I don't have all those, but I have all the Fremo modules I built.
Yeah.
And so
if people go to your channel, your YouTube channel, what would you say is your? I mean, I know you do a lot of reviews. You do a lot of different things. But why should people come see your YouTube channel?
Well, I'm kind of morphing into Fremo and train shows more, and actually being more a participant in those. So I'm trying to do more informational videos on how that stuff goes together. A lot of people always ask at a train show, "Hey, how'd you build that?" Like, well, take a look underneath, or this is what we did. This is the standard, and those kind of things. So I'm gonna try and kind of focus a little bit more on that and do reviews as they come out. You know, something that really is worth doing a review, I'll do those.
I think I first found you when you did the Kincaid car reviews.
Oh yes.
And that was quite the set. And
yeah.
I've since bought a couple of their sets that they've released as well, partially because I wasn't even considering them, and then I saw your video on them, and I'm like, okay, those are a lot cooler than I thought they would be. Yeah.
Yeah, so. I probably should pull those out and run them once in a while. I have so much stuff that I haven't really played with. It's just kind of like, okay, I have it, now what? And so I get that opportunity to bring some of the special stuff to a train show. And actually,
what special stuff did you bring to this show?
Well, I've got my first passenger set was the Alaska Railroad passenger set. It was a Kato set. 3 E9s, pulling a bunch of cars, you know. And I do have.
And you can run some long trains at the show.
Yes, I've got a UP passenger set. I've got the Hiawatha set with light and sound. Everything came with that one. Then I got a lot of other box cars and stuff like that. Some mixed freight. Those kind of
so where's this module?
So this module, this is one of my transition modules right here.
The transit. Why do you say transition?
Okay, the standard used to be a single track on all the
modules.
Used to be. And so if you wanted to do a double track and have sidings and stuff like that, you had to have some way of transitioning to a double track from a single track. So this module can sit up against a single track, and then you put a switch in, and now you got a double track to our double track standard width.
So Fremo N now has a double track, because it used to not have a double track standard.
Yeah.
So there is now a standard where you can make to have your passing sidings or your double main line or anything like that as well.
And so the standard was kind of put your track in the center width of your module. Now the standard is anywhere in that edge, as long as you're probably roughly about 3 inches from the edge of the track. So you can have your center. So we have some modules over on the other side that are kind of shifted. So their center was a little bit off to the side, so it just shifts, lines up with another module.
I didn't know the standard had grown. Yep. That's really cool.
And so this whole long module is the Omaha Burlington Station module I've been building.
This is all yours as well.
This is all mine.
So you built the transition module so that you could then. Gotcha.
So I built the trestle over there, and they said, well, if you have a single track module, you should build transition modules.
Okay.
As well as a suggestion. So you have something to hook up to somebody else's if they're all double track. So I built those second, and then this one here has been going on since middle of October.
So do you still have your home layout then, or are you?
Still have the home layout. Haven't run much on the home layout because I've been busy doing all this other stuff. But you know, you throw some on there to make sure the thing runs on the layout. But this one's all servo run, so all the switches are run from Tam Valley servos and circuitry. We've got 3D printed buildings to cover up and hide some of those servos.
That's fancy.
You know, and
the way I was building the module, it was just kind of not working out with the servos mounted underneath. The way this was a little bit extended, so I put some wood under here, and it just wasn't going to fit. So I'll just mount it on top. And as I was looking at it in the real place in Omaha, there's actually this building right here at this end of the layout, or this end of the area from the main station. So I said, well, I can 3D print this. It's a little bit bigger than scale, but it's just made a little bit wider, so it covers up the switch machines. So more detail to go on that later, as it's morphing and morphing.
So are you going to add details to this during the weekend? Like you'll go buy some stuff from Woodland Scenics over there and start your ground cover, or are you just going to enjoy the weekend?
Well, I do
and
have a
run trains?
lot of the stuff already at home, but if I see something that really jumps out at me, I'll get some.
The Closet Branch is asking me about your legs. Oh no, wait! Please ask Bob about the leg material he's using. I think he means the modules, not your actual legs.
Because I was saying, yeah, I got a little dirt on my knees.
Yeah.
But,
I will say before you get to that, I will say I didn't realize how much crawling around there was in setting up modular layouts.
There is. That's why we went out and bought some of those roll-around seats that this guy over here is sitting on.
Yeah.
So you can just scoot underneath and put clamps and wire up everything underneath. Adjust the legs. But the legs that I'm using are basically, it's a choice. I'm using basically painter extension rods, painter poles. You can get these at Home Depot, Menards is where I picked up most of them. I picked up 4 more of those last night because I forgot some at home. Got it at Home Depot. Then you have C clamps are usually work out the best for keeping the modules together.
Yep.
You've got your main bus wires, and you use Anderson pole connectors, and you get those from powerworks.com, powerwerx.com, how you say it. And then you have an accessory bus that also runs off of DCC, but that powers all your electrical accessories, lights, and everything else. And you can get
Are the turnouts on the main bus or on the accessory bus?
The turnouts are on the accessory bus. You don't have to do that way. You can wire them right up to the main DCC, but if you have a large setup like this, you want to kind of separate it out.
Will you have any signaling on this module?
On this module, there's a possibility I will someday, but there's a couple areas down here that I have to put in some signals that are in reality. Like there's a signal that would be right down in here for the transition over to the other side. It goes off to the south. The BNSF line goes off that way. This is all UP.
Now, where that splits, is that meant to be a dead end, or in theory that could connect to another section of
that definitely can connect to another section. Right now it's a dead end, but in reality there's no switches over there at all, but this is more of a futuristic, what if Omaha decides to get back into the train travel business again, and they extend and put more tracks in, and this station becomes a train station again. Right now it's currently in the real world a TV station for ABC.
Oh,
so
interesting. Okay.
It was an Amtrak station back in the day, and then the Amtrak station actually is a little building down here on the side. So there's a lot left to do on the module.
Is scratch built or kit bashed, or
the top part is Walthers for their Union Station.
Yeah.
And I took 2 of those and I extended it off because the real building has 5 sets of windows on each side. Walthers only made 3 because they wanted to save some space. Right. So I wanted to look like the real building, and from this perspective point of view, you're actually standing at the Durham Western Heritage Museum in Omaha, which used to be the Union Pacific train station. And so you're looking at that kind of a view of what they see. So I had to build 3D print and design everything that was underneath the Walthers stuff just to get it to kind of look more realistic than what they modified it as.
You did your own 3D printing then?
Yes.
Yeah. There you go. Changing the hobby, 3D printing.
Changing the hobby. Never 3D printed before I started this project.
Oh,
so
that was ambitious.
So I was sitting there doing some design work. So how do I do this? And my transition pieces here between the tracks. I wanted to have something that.
What do you mean your
easy.
transition pieces between the tracks? So they're
these keep the tracks separated at the 1 1/8 separation.
Okay. Yeah.
And so I just glue them down into the 3D print, and they're perfectly separated and lined up. So when I line them up again, all I got to do is just line up the whole thing, glue it down, move on to the next one.
That's really cool.
And so I'm the first one that's done that version. Other people have done different versions and stuff, but I said, I'm making this
Changing the standard.
I don't know.
Let's
Try
go
to make
look
it
at,
easy.
Let's go look at your trestle one too, because that was a lot of work.
Yeah. This module itself, by my estimate so far, I've put $3,000 into tools and supplies and parts. And
So when people come to this show next year, they'll be able to see that module finished, right?
Yes.
Are you serious? Are you going to finish it in a year?
I have to finish this before Evanston in July.
So if people go to Evanston in July, they'll be able to see that finished.
Right.
That's quick, no?
You may even see it more finished earlier than that if you go to the N-Scale Enthusiast Convention in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Oh.
That'll be in June.
I still haven't decided if I'm going to that, but I should. It's close enough to me. I should go. But
yeah, that's the plan. I want to bring that to there. I want to have at least most of the scenery done. The state train station will have lighting. Everything else put in there. So there's going to be another building off to the side of that one, which is across the street from there. So it's going to look a little bit more like the real area. But
we got that on camera. Thank you.
see, there's an example of little cars that you ride around on to, damage yourself.
He's just crashing into everything under here. We should maybe go to a different section. It's getting a little crazy here.
Well, he's a fireman, so he
can rescue himself?
Yeah, he can rescue himself.
How big is this? Is Fremo N, which isn't as popular, I don't believe, as Fremo HO, but you guys have a big setup here.
Yes.
How big is this?
I'm not sure. It was the same size space we had last year. We just have less modules this time. But
You have less this time?
Yeah.
Oh.
One of the big contributors did not decide to come to the show this year, so a lot of his modules didn't come.
Yeah.
But some of his old modules got sold and are here.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, this was my trestle that I made last year.
Yeah. And people can see this build on your channel as well, right?
Right. I do have to put out some more build videos on it because I kind of got so distracted this whole year with building and showing it off and everything else. I need to do the extra series on, hey, how did I put the trestle together? How did I do this? How did I do that? So
How did you get the wood, like the scale wood? Is that, what did you use for that?
That is, it's all basswood, and I just bought the size that I wanted and cut them.
Do you know how many pieces are there?
Yep, I do. I was going to have a contest, but I'm done doing the contest.
Okay.
The whole bridge itself, including the track, is 2,133 pieces.
How long did that take you to cut?
That bridge, this whole module took 102 days straight to assemble.
Wow.
The bridge took about 30 days total.
And this was your first Fremo?
First Fremo module.
And you decided, like, let's do something simple for my first one, and came up with this.
Yeah. I said, well, I could build one simple, this long square one or this one over here. It's like, no one's going to want to look at that. I'll build something that looks a little bit more advanced.
We'll have to come back and we'll take some shots of some trains crossing this crossing the trestle, because it is definitely a sight to see. That is for sure.
The module where Ryan is down there, that's his new module with the mountain range and everything else. It's kind of
yeah.
A lot of that was CNC cut and assembled. So he's been working on that the past couple months, getting that all assembled. So it's still in work as well.
Is this like if people want to get involved in Fremo N, is this like a local club or is this an online club, or how do you guys?
Well, it's mostly like Facebook groups and Discord, and we got some servers for Discord and stuff, but mostly it's a Facebook kind of a group. You just say, hey, I want to build modules. Well, okay, hey, join the group. We'll show you how to do it.
So these relief cuts and stuff and all this like detail, he did that on a CNC?
Well, they built the framework on the CNC.
The framework, okay.
The rest of all of this is up pink foam and carved out.
And hand carved.
And some rock castings, and maybe a little bit of 3D printing as well for some of the piers. But he could answer more about how he's doing that. But
I noticed some people are doing green grass and other people are doing more New Mexico-ish, Santa Fe-ish.
So he's still working on this whole scene, but it's a real place that he's modeling. So he could probably answer exactly where that is.
Yeah.
I forgot where it was, but it is there's a riverbed through here, and it's kind of a dry riverbed, but it is going through some of the mountain ranges that are out there.
It's good stuff. Mm-hmm. And you'll be here all weekend?
I will be here all weekend, as always.
Good to see you. I'm going to keep wandering a little bit.
Okay.
But so tell people your channel one more time, just so.
Okay, DeBob's N-Scale Man Cave.
And that's on YouTube and Facebook, or?
It's just mostly YouTube.
Mostly YouTube?
But there is a DeBob's N-Scale Man Cave Facebook page you can also get to. And there's links to that on my YouTube channel as well.
All right.
So you can click on that.
Just search DeBob's, you'll find it.
You'll find me.
I've never asked you, why DeBob's? What's the origin story?
Origin. Well, DeBob came as a nickname from one of my coworkers. I was in the Air Force, and we're out there riding around the woods with our ATVs. We're looking for crashed pilots in the woods, basically SEER class, search, evade, rescue, and escape. That whole whatever the acronym is. But so we were out there doing war games. We're the aggressors. We're out there looking. We're the enemy looking for these people.
Gotcha.
So he just started calling me DeBob, because I was always finding these guys. It's like, well, DeBob went out and found them. So the nickname kind of stuck, and then I was trying to figure out what I want to call my channel. Well, I'm in N-Scale. I have a man cave. I want to make it a man cave. Yeah, I always wanted a man cave. Let's just call it DeBob's N-Scale Man Cave.
So no HO scale for you. It's all N scale.
Right. Well, I do have HO, but not set up. It's from one of my childhood. It's still sitting around. But it could just be DeBob's Man Cave. It could be that. So it could flow into different areas.
So I'm starting something at this show.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime anybody shows me anything that's not an N scale, I'm going to ask them, can I get that in N scale? And then I'm going to make up buttons and stickers that says, can I get that in N scale, and just start passing that out.
That works.
I think we need to represent.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, I know I can't find what I was looking for my trade station N scale, so I made it.
You just printed it. Well, and that's interesting you say that, because that is a big difference. Is now scratch building in N scale is kind of, I don't want to say easier, but there are more tools available to achieve exactly what we're looking for.
I mean, I was putting all my servos on the bottom of my layout over there. It's like, I don't have anything to mount it with. Well, Tam Valley has the file to download it and print it out.
Make your own servo mounts.
I was like, wait a minute, my wood is too thin. I need to put a spacer in there. So, well, let's just design a spacer, print those out. Now I have spacers to make it, down a little bit, and I can wrap the cord through it. So, you make it work the best you can, and hopefully it's acceptable.
Well, we look forward to seeing the build progress of on your channel, and we'll probably come visit you in either. You'll be in Bethlehem for the NSC. You'll be in Evanston, Illinois.
Yep. Oh no, yeah, Wyoming.
Wyoming. Oh, Evanston, Wyoming. Right, right.
It's out by Salt Lake City.
Right. And then you'll be in, I guess, back here again.
Maybe. I haven't quite decided on Altoona yet.
Oh, right. Yes,
That's in
Altoona.
September. I wasn't planning on going out to the National Train Show in California this year. It's too much.
I want to go to that train show really badly because of all the friends I have out on that coast.
Right.
Yeah, it's
the cost.
Yeah. So I may do a trip out there separate, maybe. We'll see.
I do plan on going out to the Rocky Mountain Train Show here in March or April. So I'll be probably out there. I probably won't bring my train station out there because I'm still working on it, but I'll definitely bring my trestle and my transition modules.
Yeah.
And run some trains.
So you have, I guess, a big truck that you drive all this around in?
No, it's a mid-sized truck, Colorado.
But everything we saw here that you brought fits in your truck, or do you rent?
Well, it fits in the truck and the trailer that I rented from U-Haul.
Gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha. There you go.
I'm learning a lot about packing and U-Haul trailers, and I need more practice.
So if model railroading is addictive and N scale is addictive, you'd say Fremo N is probably a little bit addictive as well.
Yeah. It's free.
Yeah.
It's not restricted to a rectangle or some other shape like some of the other N track is. But so every time you go to a show and with a bunch of guys that you say, yeah, we'll show up, we'll bring this and that, you don't know what kind of plan you're going to get.
Right.
We've changed the plan for this in the past 12 hours about 8 times.
Oof.
And it was like, well, is this guy going to show up? Oh, the weather, he may not show up. Okay, what do we do with this? What do we do with that? We flip the whole thing around. We got poles to work around. You have all this other stuff. So, yeah, it's been strange, but that's how it works.
Yeah, I just love the shape of it too. It's not a square or whatever. It's
You got the freedom to move it where you need to move it.
So it's free, but not free in cost.
Right. No. It's free from club dues. We don't
Right.
really have a club. It's just a bunch of guys or gals get together and build modules. So Michelle Kemper, I can never say Kemperma or whatever, from the Greeley, Colorado Model Railroad Museum. She's making her first Fremo module, so she's getting into it. I got to bring this. So she'll be bringing hers probably to the Rocky Mountain Show as well, and we'll throw that into our layout.
Yeah.
Have fun. So she's into N scale now too. Even though she's got a big HO scale layout that she works in.
She knows what the best scale is.
Yes.
So that's it's just eventually everybody finds out.
Yeah.
Some people just don't want to acknowledge it.
True.
At least in the beginning.
You will get sucked in, and the details are getting better and better every year.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. When I first got into it, you didn't have sound in these engines. Nope. You had DCC, but you didn't have sound. Now you got sound everywhere. If it doesn't come with sound, you're like, I don't want it.
I still have a Bachmann. It's either an E8 or an F8 Pennsylvania Railroad, DC from the 80s.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, even just the printing on the cars is just so different today, even. So, it's good stuff.
Well,
thank you.
No problem.
I'm going to go keep wandering. It's so huge, this show. It's just so huge. So, we got to see it all in 2 days.
Thanks. Come back later.
I'll see you again tomorrow. Oh yeah, the Evanston, Wyoming one. That's the one where they've like broken the records, right? So I'm walking towards. We'll see if we make it there. Walking towards Keith from CAMP, who is a part of the Northeast Quarter Historical Society. And we'll go bother him while he's setting up. I've been seeing him lift and carry stuff for a little while now. Also looking for some other people. Oh, see, he's walking away from me. Oh, yeah, I'll go back and find Plumber in a second, too. I'm trying to sneak up on Keith. We'll see if I can. We'll check out the Legos, and then we'll go back and we'll try and find Plumber. Excuse me, sir. Are you that famous YouTuber?
No. Oh, the blue box light. Oh, you do this in every show.
Who the heck are you?
I am Keith, CAMP Railroad. Good morning, everybody.
How you doing?
I'm doing lovely. No sleep, plenty of trains. Lovely, lovely day.
Is this your first day setting up or second day setting up?
Second day. Second day because I had been up last night.
Discounting the sleep you didn't get last night. This is
Okay, so not including sleep, this is my second day setting up. I have not been back to sleep yet since because I had to work last night.
How's the layout this year?
Oh, it's doing pretty good. All I gotta do is power it up right now, and then we're pretty much set.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are saying they saw you up at Timonium recently, and then you're now up here. Are these the two main shows you do?
Yeah, so we do Timonium. We do all three shows for Timonium. We do Amherst.
Attention, please. All vehicles must be out of the buildings in 55 minutes. Thank you.
Can't they see we're trying to have a conversation?
They don't love us here. So
No.
yes, we do all three Timoniums. We do Amherst. We do Strasbourg for their shows as well. And I think we're doing a local fundraiser this year for a fire department in New Jersey.
Oh, cool.
If I remember correctly, I think we are doing that one.
And I just realized that I introduced you, but I didn't introduce the layout. What is this group?
So we are the Northeast Corridor Historical Society. We model everything from Boston down to DC and most of their branch lines in between, which leads up to New Haven, Harrisburg, some parts of south of DC, probably Norfolk if we do that in the near future, but mostly everything with catenary wires we do.
Anything with catenary, so you're building all the catenary for the entire Northeast Corridor from Boston to DC?
Yes. Everything. Right now, a third of our modules has catenary wires.
Wow.
So, and they're all hand built.
Yeah.
So, it's a slow progress.
They're not live catenary, or
They're not live right now.
not live?
They're not live right now.
Right now, are you actually considering live catenary?
Probably in the future. Once we get most of the catenary wires up, we probably will make them live. The layouts are wired for it, but right now we're not doing it right now because we have a lot.
It's very hard to keep the tension on the catenary to make it live.
Actually,
I would think.
Actually, it's not.
Really?
They're rigid, and we have jointed wires in between the modules to pull tight. So that's the easy part. It's just making a constant layout of catenary wire to actually power it up and not lose a pantograph. That's the problem. But that's another project.
That'll be for next year, right?
Sure. Next year.
So what are you looking forward to seeing at the show this year besides your own layout? Do you get to leave this layout at all, or do they lock you in here?
I'm going to escape because people like you, which all try to find me, and I won't. Like last year, I couldn't leave, so I had to go escape. But yes, I will be venturing around looking at different layouts. I heard there's a European one that is autonomous. They might be here again.
Really? Oh.
They were at Timonium, and they said they were going to try to make it at Amherst.
Oh, cool.
Where it's like the Swift Railway. It automatically climbs up and down by itself, switches on tracks and everything.
Nice.
So I do want to see that because he did do more work to it. And then go see what else I can find out here.
Anything you want to buy while you're here? I mean, because model railroaders don't come to shows to spend money.
Oh, I know. It depends on if it's a good deal. Right now, the truck was in the shop for a minute, so.
Okay.
Last night was my first day of work for the whole week.
Ooh.
So, if it's a good deal, I'm still gonna go work for it. But it's gonna be a little tight this year.
Well, we'll come bother you again when you got trains running. But yeah, I love seeing this stuff because I grew up along this line. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So let's not go for 8 o'clock in the morning like last year. As soon as I woke up, hey Keith. Oh boy, no sleep again.
All right, I'll give you till 8:15.
Okay, deal.
Good seeing you, man. Good to see you.
I'll see you around.
I'll talk to you later. So earlier, my dad, who I think is gone now, was asking about stuff for kids. And a lot of the stuff for kids, sorry, I'm about to drop the other mic. A lot of the stuff for kids is, I wouldn't say it's for kids. I should change that. They have a setup for kids, but the Lego stuff is Lego stuff too. So there's a lot of people, modeling in this Lego scale as well. This is pretty wild. Look at this Coliseum. That is just wild. So yeah, we'll come back. I mean, these guys do incredible stuff with the Lego. This looks twice as big as last year. This looks huge, but they'll have a kids area set up where kids can put together some Lego stuff as well. Maggie the Clown is over in this area as well. They've got the little train car thing back here for kids to ride in. Oh, please don't touch. I don't know if this is here temporarily, but there's kind of a layout back here as well. Oh, two separate layouts. These are not combined. So the NMRA is doing an op session for the members of the NMRA on the Reading Club, the Reading Society's layout. This is their layout here. They were talking about the new lighting that they've added. You can maybe make out some of the lighting and stuff that is on here. But this is a very big layout. Very long layout. So people are talking about Artie and Plumber. Yes, so we already ran into Artie. If you back up a little bit in the stream, you will get to see Mr. Artie. And Artie said that Plumber is here, which I did not realize that Plumber was coming. But he is here. Yeah, some of this stuff that they got on this layout, just the details and stuff are just really incredible. I don't know if you guys can hear the sounds coming out of this layout. Not really sure where the sounds are coming from. Al, you said you're coming Saturday, right? Tomorrow? Yeah, this is a neat looking layout they got here. Long layout. So I think they said the total number of people with vendors and all the visitors was about 30,000 people last year. I don't know how many people are going to be here this year, but I suspect they are going to exceed that. Cole, anyone? All right, Chris is here. Or not here, but Chris is coming tomorrow as well. Chris, we got to convince Boxcar Jerry to come up here at some point as well. He's so close, but he hasn't made the trip yet, as I understand it. I know Container Man's not here, but these guys up in front of us are the 187th Scale Club, which is always a highlight of this show. Wigwag, we did give them a hard time about that as well. That's a light one. The larger scales, aka G scale stuff, is back over in this area here. Although this doesn't look like it's G scale. This looks like it's HO scale. I don't remember these guys being here last year. Or maybe they were and they just moved a little bit. But yeah, I did not know about the Mallory building the first year that I was here. But it is quite the place to be. Doing a little touch-up painting.
Yeah, it needs it. Sometimes the stuff gets a little banged up when it gets trailered around. So
Yeah.
a little touch up makes it look good.
All right, so we're walking back towards Plummer. He's on the other side of the YNL stuff over here. Yeah, it's definitely a drive. Especially if you're doing it, on your own. It's definitely a drive. Tomorrow, this will all be full of stuff, full of people. Saturday, it is so hard to walk around on Saturday. If anybody sees Plummer, tell him I'm looking for him. I mean, we'll be over there in a second, so we'll probably run right into him.
Are you live?
Maybe. Does it say I'm live?
Yes. Yeah. Would you like? Can I talk about these?
Can you tell us what you got?
I
mean, it's up to you.
We just did an unboxing. Or you want me to like rebox it? For
I mean, you don't have to rebox it, but you can just tell people what.
Okay, so let's
why
talk
are you so
about
excited right in this moment?
Oh my gosh, can you tell I'm excited? I walked up
Just
and I
a
was
little
so
bit.
excited. Okay, Repido is selling Southern Pacific cars. Let me find mine. Repido has 6 car numbers of this car, and the Colorado Model Railroad Museum has the 7th car number. And there's only 60 of these in existence.
Only the Colorado Model.
Only the Colorado Model Railroad Museum. It'll go on our website next week after we actually get them in. They literally just came in. They shipped these 6 to the show for me. And so I've got car number. I'll read it off the end. It's 244103. So this is the 7th car number. So if you're going to buy the Repido 6-pack of Southern Pacific cars, this is like super collectible. Look at me stepping up my game into the real world, right? Like, okay, but there's more. But wait, there's more. What we really were ordering, we added that on for fun, is we're the Oregon, California, and Eastern Railroad at the Colorado Model Railroad Museum. And we wanted to do a car that people would run on their layouts, right? That blends in enough, but it's still OC&E. So this is a souvenir you can get at the Colorado Model Railroad Museum. It's the same Southern Pacific car, but it's been patched. Do you like the patch job? I don't know if you can see it. I need to pull it out of the box.
You need to pull it out of the box.
Let me pull it out of the box.
Okay.
Okay, Jen, come hold the mag. I'm going to unbox it. We're going to really unbox it.
All right, so you know my next question, though.
Okay.
Does it come in N scale?
I need an in-scale car, though.
You
Talk
do.
to these people. We sold
I
out.
really want-
We sold out of our in-scale car faster than any other car.
And that just shows you that that N scale is the right scale.
We're taking this out.
I was talking to DeBob
It does not
from.
take up much room. It's very handy in that manner.
You ready?
Yeah. Even DeBob knows that you're making a Fremo module.
Isn't that beautiful? Look at the patch job. I love. It's exactly like the
That is
OC&E would have
perfect.
done.
That is really perfect.
So Josh from Repido designed this for us. Josh did the work, and so it's really cool to meet him. He's camera shy, so you won't come and talk to us.
Josh is camera shy? Really?
He's like, no. Anyway, these are.
It looks like
awesome.
he's got his head down in work mode. Is
There's-
what looks
yeah.
like is happening. But yeah.
So we have five different car numbers of these, and there's 60 of each of 5 different car numbers of these. So very limited.
So tomorrow, Jennifer's going to put them all on the website.
They're going to be on the website next week when I get back.
Someone else.
So
does
we're just
that part,
previewing.
Mm.
Or you can call and order one today at the museum.
And just because there might be different people here, where are you going to be Saturday night at 5:30?
Oh, we're going to be at the Women in Model Railroading operating session, which will happen in this building, but that way at the Dry Hill layout. And anybody can come if you want to come and operate. If you've never done it, this is the time to come because it's be comfortable, have fun, meet people. You don't even have to operate if you don't want to, but we'll have dinner and you'll meet other people. And it's everybody, not just women, it's everybody, any human. We're really excited just to meet people and come and have some fun. Dry Hill is sponsoring it, and they're wonderful. They're going to have people there to take us around. Isn't this the circus train layout?
Yes, John has a circus
He
train
has
as
the
well.
circus train. I
Yeah.
saw that last year. That was really cool.
Yeah.
They have a hump yard. They have switching. They have
Yeah.
all this stuff on their layout. So, yeah, they've been wonderful. The show's been wonderful helping us set it up.
So what have you bought already since you've been here?
I haven't bought anything
You haven't
yet.
bought anything yet?
No.
What have you seen that you wanted to buy?
Lots of things. I need wheels from in there at Eastern Seaboard, like N-scale wheels.
They've got N-scale wheels?
I don't
They're
know.
selling them?
I don't know. They bought them
Michelle
last
has
year.
to quit chit-chatting to actually look.
I talked too
Oh,
much.
yeah. Well, people. Okay, we'll go talk to somebody else.
Not just you people. I'm not just saying
Oh no! I understand, Jennifer. Jennifer is Michelle's bodyguard. So we're heading back towards Plummer area. Has anyone told Plummer I'm looking for him yet?
Runs more off the ground than the back. Hello,
Well,
everybody.
don't let go of what you were holding on to.
I wasn't holding on to anything.
Oh, I thought you were.
Working my Michelangelo.
I thought you were holding on to that, so they didn't fall.
We are apparently live. Hello, everybody.
We
I
are.
have left
Who the
YouTube.
heck are you?
I have no idea.
Everyone kept saying, "Go find Plummer. Go find Plummer," and I said, "Plummer's not here," and they said, "Yes, he is."
Plumber's here and on YouTube again, apparently. So,
Again,
hello, everyone.
Were you on YouTube earlier?
No,
Oh.
I left YouTube.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, now I know what you're saying. Yes,
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, guest
Right.
appearance. Who's watching? Who's watching?
We got Almar's here. Bernard C's here. Hi from H&H Express is here. Chris from Model Train Aficionado. Ray Bertelson. Hot Dog Pilot Andy. And I'm probably missing people as well because there's 46 people watching.
Nice, outstanding. I'm missing everyone, just so you know. I miss you all. I do. I just can't give the platform much attention.
So what are you doing here? Who are these people?
So
and what are you?
What we have here is the 4-County Society of Model Engineers. Now, I am not a member. I'm an honorary member for the day. This club sets up beside us at Timonium. And
okay.
you know, I got hooked up with Frank through YouTube, so there is some good things about YouTube. You know, just
Yeah.
like meeting this gentleman here behind the camera right now. And they said they didn't have enough hands, so they invited me out to help
cool.
out.
Oh,
So here
awesome.
I am as an honorary member, and if you look over there, there's somebody else.
We already talked to that somebody else
Oh, gotcha.
that we don't know how he got in there, and maybe he'll come say hello again. But I think he's eating or something over there.
Yeah, I think he is.
And is ignoring us because
We've done a half crew lunch and then another half crew lunch. That way everything is still being built. You know what I'm saying?
So what I want to know is, did they spell your name correctly? Is it Pheven?
So yes, they spelled my name exactly correctly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we saw Artie's name was spelled a little bit differently as well.
What are you gonna do? You know,
Yeah.
Steven's a hard one. I can't blame him.
I know.
Or Peven.
That's
That's right, Peven. That's
Steven
what
with
it is.
Steven with a PH. We've got a little character that's. I mean, that is how most people know you at train shows. Is just from the neck up.
That is true.
Just the beard.
Hello, Wilson.
So I will say, Artie, the 2 times that I have seen you, you've not been helping.
I'm holding the table up, honestly.
He is moral support.
I think he's eating their food.
He's definitely, but he was carrying stuff earlier. You know, I know when I give him crap.
Oh, hey Frank, how you doing?
Yeah, we put Frank in the back.
That's the Frank that you know.
That's the Frank.
Oh.
That's the Frank. Yeah.
So Frank, so I should be talking to you because you're the club member.
He's the.
Tell us about the club.
He's the aficionado.
Well, I've been with the club since 2014.
2014.
I am the treasurer of the club.
Treasurer.
The club is pure module. We do not have a home.
You have a home. The club does not have a home.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. I mean, we're talking a plumber here and Artie here, so just
They
clarifying
came
that.
to help us set up for this event. We really appreciate the support. Club currently has 55 members.
Nice.
Oh wow!
So,
how many modules do you have here today?
maybe a third of what the club owns.
Wow, because it looks like about 55 modules.
I'd have to go count on the plan.
The treasurer doesn't know that.
No.
And we had
the
to make
club-
it smaller.
The club only owns certain key pieces, to the essential pieces like the electronics, the staging yard.
Yep.
Everything else is built by a club member. And our scenery is based upon August 1955.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
So you can run what you want, but our scenery is that. We have certain colors. So one of the reasons we win a lot of awards at different places is it looks like it was built by one person.
Right.
But we never set it up. Usually, we never set it up the same way twice.
Do you have any of these models and stuff on your personal YouTube channel? Because your YouTube channel is Frank NEHAR.
NEHER.
NEHER.
That's how I found him.
Okay.
Unfortunately, a lot of my work is you don't see. I build a lot of bases. I do a lot of wiring. I'm the guy that fixes everything that goes wrong.
Yeah.
Dictator.
Unfortunately, the scenery you see here was done by a lot of different people, not me.
So you're not a scenery guy? Because I'm not a scenery guy. I asked because I'm not.
I'm trying, but I'm far from there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I will lay new track. I will ballast.
You okay? It was like an earthquake, everyone, but everybody's okay. Wait, what was that?
Frank is the infrastructure.
There you go. That's what I love. I love the wiring and stuff because the wiring is like the heart and soul of the layout, right? I mean, if you don't have what's inside, all you've got is a pretty face.
Well, the nice thing is we got a great mix of people that between everybody, it's good. But no one person is a master of anything. We got great scenery people that can't wire worth a darn. We got great wiring people that, like me, can't scenery too.
To summarize, it takes a team.
Four Corners is where is it? Or Four Counties is
4 counties. Originally, this club started many years ago with a hobby shop in Mount Airy, Maryland. They lost their space. They went to modular, which is what it is today.
Yep.
Like I said, there is no home. There is no permanent spot. We meet at libraries. We do various shows.
So you're Maryland based, so you do the Timonium shows?
Yes, we do 3 of the 4. Well, now there's only 3 Timonium shows. There used to be 4. But yeah, we do the 3. We've done things like on the round table at the B&O Museum, which I do have a video for.
Cool, yeah.
Back when the pandemic was on. This is our 4th time with the club coming here to Amherst.
Oh, cool.
And you guys do malls also, right?
Yes, we do malls. We do the Westminster Mall between Thanksgiving and the first week after New Year.
Nice.
Yeah, we came here in 2020. It was our last time here. We won Best Display and Show.
Well, I know we got one of the tags over here.
That's the best module.
This is 2018.
Right. That was the first year we came with the club. And we won Best Module. And believe it or not, this module was built by a guy that's pretty much colorblind.
Really?
Wow.
So,
That's
yeah, so
amazing.
that's why you see a lot of gray and browns.
So were you here last year?
I was here last year, but the club was
The club was not. Right, yeah, because I was going to say, I don't think I saw this last year.
No, 2020, 2018, 2019, 2020, and now.
Awesome.
4 times.
Awesome.
I came here originally with Hunter, who's part of Touch Toggles originally.
Okay.
And I helped him work this booth. And after being here the first time, I was like, why isn't a club here?
Yeah.
You know, what can I say about this event? It's just amazing.
Yeah. It is outstanding. Like, I'm a kid in a candy store all of a sudden, you know?
Well, wait, this is your first time.
First time at Amherst.
Right.
Yes.
I talked him into come help us in return.
He did. It's slave labor. Everyone don't come.
So what are you looking to buy here? Either one of you? What or let's change it. What do you want to see here?
Well, one of the spots I like to see is because I'm trying to do a little bit more automation. So I'm going to obviously be railroad circuits. I'm trying to, I'm having trouble detecting 10K wheel sets or even 5K wheel sets.
Really?
Yes. So that's one of the goals I hope to achieve is solve that issue.
Yeah, nice. Nice.
Again, electronics are my thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to be looking for the Charger, the Bachmann Charger, the new passenger cars. Now, I talked to the Bachmann people.
Oh, you were already over there?
Yeah, I did. A
lot of stuff happens on Friday before the show. Yeah.
You know, they said they're not for sale yet, but they're going to have a display. So I'm going to at least see it. So then secondary, I'm going to look for some of the superliners, the Amtrak superliners. And, other than that, I'm going to talk to Digitrax about their warranty situation.
Good luck on that one.
Yeah, good luck, says Frank.
The young woman behind you was just looking at us.
Which one?
Did you have a story you would like to tell us, or were you just?
That's my better half.
Oh, that's your better half. Is she a member of the club as well?
My whole.
There you
go. No, she's not.
She's not, but she's here.
She's working it.
And it looks like she's doing more work right now than you are because you're talking to me.
Unfortunately, I have to take her by the flagship Yankee Candle Factory.
Yes. Okay.
That's my payment for it.
Hey, if that's all you have to do, that's pretty good.
For
That's
sure.
pretty good.
And who doesn't like a good smelling candle? Back to you.
On that note, we're going to go try and stay out of trouble and not get thrown out of here.
Peace out, everybody.
There you go. Stephen Peven, as I call him, a.k.a. the Plumber 33, and Artie from Awesome America Model Railroading, 4-County Modular Club from down in Maryland. I'm kind of curious. Michelle was saying whether Eastern Seaboard had N-scale wheel sets. I don't know why, but I've been buying a lot of metal wheel sets lately, and I don't know how many I actually need, but when I find a good deal, I just end up buying more. So I may end up with a closet full of stuff. So I'm kind of curious if we scroll back 2 hours and look at how everything was 2 hours ago and look at how everything is now. I'm curious how big of a change there has been. Eastern Seaboard Miles looks like they're still doing a lot of setups. I am not going to bother them right now. Here's the Athearn crew. There's Jennifer again. This side over here, these guys, there's a lot of used stuff as well. Usually some really, really good deals. This guy here with the boats too. Oh man, these boats are incredible. If you want a boat, check those guys out. And some people are set up and covered up and left for the day. And other people are still setting up and more setting up. Last year, this guy was having a pretty good fire sale on Kato box sets. And I know Andy Estep, who will be joining later today, bought some stuff. Yeah, you can see the sign there already. Take 50% off any item on the table. That's why you come to the show. So it's like I'm already looking. It said 50% off, and now I'm looking. So He has the 20th century, New York Central 20th century. So that's why you come here. Let's walk back over to the Young Building. Let's see who we can find at the Young Building. It's getting about to be that time where some of the people that drove over during the day are probably just arriving here as well. I think this weather is pretty darn perfect today. It's a little chilly, but I'm just in a hoodie and stuff. Remember, Heath just says he was going into rehab for my... I said I had a problem. I said I had a problem. I'm not sure that I really said that I was resolving my problem. I just acknowledged that I had one. I don't know that I said I was gonna. I don't know that I said I was actually gonna solve it, but you know, I like the looks I get. People think I'm crazy because I'm talking to myself. Oh, somebody was asking earlier. Someone was asking earlier, and I didn't answer the question. Whether they have printed out maps and stuff here. Yes, they do. There are Amherst booklets that have everything printed out, as well as what's online. So they do kind of lock down the setup so that they have enough time to print everything out. How you doing, Steven?
Good, you?
Good. I love that people have name tags. It makes it easier to know who people are. Oh, MTH is there. So this is going to be Ray or Not from Around the Layout. We'll come back and we'll give him a hard time later. This is where the Split Rock Mining Company cars are being sold. Get your...
Every time somebody says Split Rock, we'll do a shot. That's what
You are going to be very drunk. Very drunk.
At some point, I'll probably do
it just has drinking games and all around.
I just keep stopping by to see Mr. Arnott, but his table's still empty.
He's not here yet.
Yeah. But a little bit more set up, not massive changes. Yeah, I think there is no cure. I do kind of think that you're right that if there is a cure, I think it is a very, very difficult thing to cure. I like it. Just got like peaceful for a second, like all the chaos and stuff just sort of settled down for a little bit and got nice and sort of quiet. Thanks everyone for joining. I think this is kind of a fun little thing. I've not seen Mike H yet, but Mike will be over at the MRC booth later. Oh, not Mike H, Mike Dunstan, sorry. Mike Dunstan will be over at the MRC booth later. I do know that they've got some exciting things coming. This is Rock Island Hobbies. And this side is MRC. MRC Tech 6. MRC Prodigy. Little DCC booster. Bunch of different things here. I was coming over here actually because I wanted to see the layout that's going to be right here. If you're on Facebook and you've seen the White River posts, the layout should be here of the Big E. And I apologize, I forget what the name of the layout is, but it's a pretty neat layout as well. Yankee Dabbler should be right over. Yankee Dabbler should be over here as well. I think they're somewhere right in there, but I don't see them. I don't see them right now. I don't know where Lombard Hobbies is either. They should be setting up somewhere. These guys making tracks, model railroad equipment and accessories. They look like they are a new shop as well. Yeah, I think this is Yankee Dabbler right here, but I'm not completely sure. Oh no, or maybe they're over here. That might be Yankee Dabbler over there. They might not be here yet. I could just be making stuff up. But there's some people that have a lot of setup left to do. These guys, you can see them unloading quickly, trying to get out of their way quickly. They got a bunch of stuff to unload before 2 o'clock, trying to get the trailer unloaded so they don't have to carry stuff around. How you doing?
All right, how are you?
Good. You want to tell us why you're here?
Why we're here?
Well, why are you here? Here, grab the microphone. Tell people. I'm doing a live stream on YouTube.
This is a microphone?
It is, yeah, look right here. Let me talk.
Okay, so.
See, that's what happens though. You look at me, I'm going to stop and say hello because the hobby is all about the people. Apparently, I caught you at a bad time. Are you with these guys back here?
Yes.
All right, so if you're talking to that end, there's a little microphone in the top and people will be able to hear you talk. Hold it up. There you go, just like that.
Okay.
We'll get through this.
This is the Bristol Club, and we're setting up today for the big show tomorrow.
And you guys model in the most common scale in the world, right?
No.
Oh,
this is S gauge. I think O gauge is more common than the S gauge.
I think everything is more common than S.
George, we're doing an interview. You want to get in on this?
What kind of interview is this for?
This is, I'm on YouTube right now. We've got 51 people watching. We're giving a little preview of the show, talking to some of the people at the show, some of the young people that are in the hobby.
It's us. Welcome to that. What? A little right here. I see it. What does this say? Commercial?
No,
I know. I see it. Does it say commercial?
That's my channel.
Oh, okay.
If you want to see yourself on the internet talking about your hobby,
yeah,
you can come watch it on my channel later when you're done setting up.
Oh, okay.
So are you in charge of all this stuff?
No. We're just volunteers. The guy in charge, the guy in the orange hat over there.
And I know you guys, so I've seen you guys here for a couple of years.
Yeah.
You run S-Scale. You guys have a camera car that you set up usually. Is that camera car here this year?
I believe it is. Yes, indeed. Yes.
There you go. How long have you been modeling in this unknown or little known scale? That?
What do you mean little known scale? This started back in the 50s. This is S gauge, and I've been in this since the early 50s.
I already told him, George, that O is more popular.
I've got some friends that do S as well, so we just like giving them a hard time because
So what do you do? Post scale? I want to do a commercial. Can I do a commercial?
You do it, but you got to talk into the mic if you want to do a commercial.
Okay, go ahead. Talk into the mic.
I do N scale.
This is the Holyoke Senior Center Model Railroad. It depicts all what's happening and going on in Holyoke, the old mountain park and the city hall, and we invite anybody that wants to come. We operate on Thursdays. We operate on Thursdays from 12 to 2, and everybody's welcome.
Oh, also, and what scale is that?
This is HO scale. Plus, we do have an N scale on the top.
Are you gonna let him get away with that?
I have to. He's got the microphone.
You guys seem like you have a really good time, though. That's for sure.
That's it. Yes.
Are you new to model railroading, or have you been doing it a couple weeks?
Yeah, I've been doing it a couple weeks since about 1949.
Okay, I've heard of that year.
It's back there. Yeah, we used to put the horses and hitch them up at the railroad.
This took 6 years to build.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Very nice. Highly detailed.
So in 1949, when you chose to model S, and you've modeled it all your life because we know it's the best scale to model.
Absolutely. It's the exact perfect scale for everything.
Except for old gauge.
I did have HO for a while when I turned trader, but then I decided S was the much better scale.
Do you have a layout at home, or do you mostly build modules?
Yes, I did, and that's been in the process since 1992.
So since 1990, and you still have it at home?
I have it at home. As a matter of fact, when I moved from one house into this house, it took me 3 months to pack this train up to get ready to move. It took the movers 1 day to move our furniture and another day to move the train stuff.
What is your layout a model of? Like, is it something specific, or?
It is not. It is not.
Just whatever's up in your head.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yes, it is.
That's awesome.
And, go ahead.
What do you look forward to seeing at this show every year?
Usually I look forward to buying something, but I don't need anything. Maybe I'll buy a decoder. You know what a decoder is?
Yes.
Okay, yes. I might buy another decoder. A house cannot have too many decoders.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true. So have you finished every project that you've started so far, or do you have a couple projects on your list that you're still working on?
No, I need an idea for a new project. The landlord has refused to give me any more room to expand my railroads, taking up the whole basement. I was going upstairs into the dining room, but she said no.
It's hard because at this point you're not going to change landlords either, since you've already put in the time.
I
know.
I like her a lot.
So
she's
yeah,
my wife, so it's got to be that way.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, but I just finished something that I've been working on for maybe a month and a half now, and it's a box car, and you push the button, the decoder decodes it, and the dinosaur comes out of the top of the box car and growls, and then goes back down.
If people wanted to see something like that, do you show your stuff off anywhere?
At my house, people are welcome to come. I brought the car with me today. It'll be on display here.
Well, there you go. Another reason people should come to this train show.
Absolutely, and come right to this table here.
Why should people model an S scale and stop with all this other scale nonsense?
I would never recommend a family who has young children, never recommend them to go to HO. It's too delicate. The kid will get frustrated and will lose interest real fast. If you want to get into something, go to S or maybe O-gate. But yeah, those two, a kid can have fun with.
Yeah.
HO is for detail.
I started with O. Like, that was what my dad had. That was what got me into the hobby. And I think a lot of people have that, similar story as well.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite part of this hobby that's kept you in it since 1949?
Creativity.
Mm.
Yeah. It keeps me busy. I tell my wife it's better than being down at the corner of the bar or something.
And it's cheaper than going to the bar, right?
Yeah, well, I may tell my wife that.
Yeah, we're starting
At the bar, you don't get to take it home.
Yeah.
Trains, you get to take it home.
There you
That's
go.
true. That's true.
My wife has often asked me when she goes downstairs, and I mean, the whole basement is full.
Yeah.
But she says, how much electricity does this thing take? And I figured it out once.
Oh, did
About
you?
600 watts.
That's not bad. That's
not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
No, it isn't.
So, what should I go look for as I'm walking around today?
And you're into?
I'm into model railroads. I'm into sharing the hobby with people. That's what I'm into. So I want to get more people in this hobby, and more people. I'm with you. Creativity and people. Creativity and people. Like for me, this is my creative outlet, and I enjoy the people that I get to meet coming to these type of events and stuff like that. And I buy way too much stuff.
You can never buy too much stuff.
I have a shirt that says, "I have too many locomotives."
Yeah,
said no man ever.
Yeah. So if I would love to see more younger people get involved, that they have so much high-tech stuff to go to.
Yeah.
But this, you're using your hands and you're using your mind to create your own little world.
Yeah.
Really. I think it's better for a kid if you can get them interested that much.
Right.
Without losing them when they turn, 10, 11, 12 years old, and everyone wants a cell phone.
Now you can run trains with your cell phone, though.
Yes, you can. And I refuse to do it. I don't want to turn this thing on and have it run my trains.
You mentioned decoder, so are you guys running DCC, or what do you guys?
This is all DCC here. My layout started off with just plain old AC with a flyer back in 1949, 50s.
Wow.
And now I've converted a lot of locomotives to DCC.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. It's so much nicer.
Do you think you'll ever go to like dead rail and that kind of stuff, or?
No, I don't think so. And I am not what they call a rivet counter. Where everything has to be exact to detail.
Yeah.
I don't do that. This is more for the kids in us, me and younger kids.
Yeah.
That's what's for.
That's great. I really appreciate your time. Thank
That's
you.
okay.
I'll be back when you guys have some trains running and check it out. I always love seeing the layout. So.
Wait to see what he has tomorrow.
Here you go.
George has custom-built cars that are animated, and they're going to be running over on the corner over here tomorrow.
All right, we'll come check that out.
Check that out.
Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Little people around that big, Junction, play music with a sound system inside it.
Yep. Thank you, guys. I love those conversations. People may be surprised to hear this, but I'm not like just walking up to people randomly and saying like hello to people. Like, I don't really do that. So like, I want to have more conversations like that. I love that, conversation with that gentleman. Like, how often do you get to have a conversation with somebody that's been modeling since 1949? But yeah. Robert Darby, thank you. Lunch money, milk, and cookies. Appreciate it. I do come to this for me because I enjoy it, but I do also really want to share it with other people. So I do appreciate the support as well.
Your attention, please.
I will be doing.
If you do not have a name tag on you, please come to the show office and by door number 7 of the Better Living Center. Thank you.
I do. I don't remember what I was saying. I got distracted by the comments. Oh, I do like talking to more people. I just don't. I don't know what I was talking about. We're gonna go outside. Maybe it's more quiet. We'll go back over to the Better Living Center. see maybe some more and some other people will be over there. But it is funny, all the people that are set up are already out shopping. Yeah, Andy, the eye contact does help, and it's easier online to some extent too because of the accessibility, right? It's easier to reach out to somebody in their home than to have them, come out to the show. But coming to the show and getting to talk to somebody is really great. Even if he was an S-scale modeler. I'm just kidding. So how you doing? Good, fantastic. Walking towards the Better Living Center. Gonna go in there. We'll see. I bet. So I always get that bus, please. I'll take a walk around the bus. We did take a little bit of a look at the bus earlier, but we'll take another look. Glad I caught that before I walked too far past it. CR and L lines bus. John A. Dawson, thank you so much. Really, wow. I just realized how many zeros there were. Really appreciate that. Thank you, John, so much. Definitely helps allowing me to come to this show, which I think is just the best show out there. I really love this show and what there is to see. And I get it. I get the anxiety of coming to a place like this. I mean, there's a lot of people here, but there's a lot of just really great people that, really just love this hobby and want to share this hobby with people. There's going to be a van coming as well in addition to this bus. I don't know when the van's getting here. The van's going to have a bunch of sounds and stuff. The door's open now. Oh wow, it's got the old bus seats and everything in it. That's really cool. So this is from the Connecticut Motor Coach Museum.
Want to go inside?
Can I go inside? Would you? Could I give you a microphone and would you talk us through it?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Let me put my cap on.
That would be fantastic. We're going to get a tour of the place. So we're live on YouTube right now. We got about 50 people coming, and they made me stop because they wanted to see the bus.
Oh, fantastic. So this is Connecticut Railway and Lighting, bus number 504. This ran in Bridgeport, Connecticut throughout its entire service life. When the CR&L ended up getting leased out to Connecticut Company and later bought by Connecticut Company, this was renumbered to Connecticut Company 3001. And actually, when we go inside, we can see some of the original Connecticut Company 3001 decaling. Connecticut Company later in their life became what we know today as CT Transit. So why don't we go inside? You all ready?
Awesome. Let's
take
do
a look. So welcome aboard. Once again, Connecticut Railway and Lighting 504. Now, inside the bus, we have a lot of rail bus photos. Now, what is the rail bus? The rail bus was one of these GMC fishbowl-style buses that was converted by the Connecticut Company into what they called a rail bus. They would purchase the GMC fishbowl from GMC, obviously, and would then later send them off to Minnesota at Fairmont, where high rail gears would be installed and it would actually run on the rails. And actually, if we come over here, we have a perfect photo of where these high rails were located in the bus, just right on the frame. And these ran on the railroad tracks.
Wait, so this isn't a bus?
So not this one, unfortunately.
Okay.
We have it at the Connecticut Fire Museum and Motor Coach Museum in East Windsor, Connecticut. We just want to spread the awareness that a rail bus is still in existence. It is the last remaining rail bus. Unfortunately, it's not this bus. This is the 504, but they're the same style. They were very similar to each other.
So let me get a little bit of a close-up. So they would basically put it in where you would put your luggage.
Yeah. Essentially, yes.
And I guess hydraulic would lower it down and pick it up off the...
Right, air over hydraulics would operate all of these systems.
And all these advertisements, too, that I'm noticing, what year are these from?
So this bus was built in 1965, and we at the museum tried to keep it just around the 60s and 70s era. Some of these are the original car cards that were featured by different companies when they would purchase these advertisements. Some of them are reproductions from a little bit of the modern era, the 80s into the 90s.
I'm a big fan of the circus, so I immediately noticed the Ringling Brothers one back there.
Oh, yes.
As well. Waiting for that truck to go by.
Oh, understood.
So if people come to the show, will they be able to actually walk through the bus?
Okay. We've turned this into our walkthrough museum. We're happy to host as many tours as anybody wants. We'll answer any questions as possible. We're just happy to have people here. We're happy to be here at the Amherst Railroad Show this year.
Did you trailer the bus here, or is this
These
still
all
running?
drive. Absolutely. We drove this right from East Windsor. All three of our buses.
You drove this from East Windsor?
100%. We drove this up yesterday. All three of our Fleet Fishbowl buses are still actively drivable, in service.
That is
It's what sets us apart from a lot of other museums is our fleet is all operational. Most of our fire trucks, all operational. But most of our buses, we have 8 buses in our fleet. 7 of them are fully operational. And we take them to parades, on shows. We even take them to lunch some days.
Now, if we go up to where the driver is sitting, is this all like original? Is this what the driver would have?
This is exactly what the driver would have sat at and would have operated just as in the 60s when this bus was in service. And you might even notice it doesn't even have a speedometer. These buses, especially this one, it ran Bridgeport to Waterbury. That was its original route. So this bus would not really need to go very fast. This went up and down the hills of Waterbury and as such is geared very low. So this tops out at about 50 miles an hour.
How much, I see the little coin thing there, how much would it cost to ride a bus like this?
The fare was 60 cents. 60 cents is all it would take to run the route. And this is a completely operational fare box.
Oh, that's cool.
And actually sitting right up here, we have an original CR&L Lines cap with one of the original badges. We have a full collection of the CR&L Lines badges, including all 10 of the supervisor badges, which were issued throughout the 60s.
Is this a key thing? What speed limit?
Oh, yes. This is one of our inside jokes here at the Fire Museum. Because this bus really cannot get over 50 miles an hour, it's very hard to speed in one of these vehicles. Not that anybody would.
I'm noticing this, too, to change the out front.
Yep. Every one of our buses has an original destination board that was from either when we received the bus or we purchased and acquired that's original. So all these signboards are Waterbury, Bridgeport, and that surrounding area. So there's Thomaston, Naugatuck, and everywhere up and down that whole route.
And I noticed this isn't refurbished. Like, do you fix them up, or what's the...
So the 3 active fishbowls that we got, we received in fairly good shape. Of course, this one specifically has had a new paint job. The wheels themselves, the rims actually were just painted this past summer. But our buses, we have not found them to be in bad shape when we acquired them. They weren't needed to get too much body work.
And so the goal is to not restore them, right? I mean, the goal is to keep them
as original as possible, to just preserve exactly what these have in an operational sense. The amount of joy that we as volunteers, the museum is an all-volunteer organization, 501c3. We all operate on donations, which is part of the reason why we're here today, is to raise money to keep these buses in service, especially with the price of diesel nowadays.
Right.
It's hard occasionally when we have to make some longer trips. But anyways, like I was saying, the goal is to keep these buses as original as possible. It's why we kept as many of the original car cards as we could, and just even some of the interior decaling.
Does the bell thing work to stop the bus?
It does. Unfortunately, I have the battery disconnected right now just to save the charge on it, but all of it works. The majority on this bus specifically, the majority of all the original systems work. The only thing that doesn't is the interior lights, which is the next project we have. Just needs a new inverter. It was the original inverter when this bus was built in 1965, which unfortunately finally failed. So,
what's your role with the museum?
I'm just a volunteer. I'm just one of the many volunteers that we have at the Fire and Motor Coach Museum who operate the buses and restore the buses.
If somebody wanted to volunteer or get more involved, where can they go? Is there online presence, any of that kind of
There's
stuff?
a few different places. We have a small website with our current contact information. If you would like to come in person, we have volunteer applications and pens at the ready if you would like to sign up when you see us here at the Amherst Railroad Show. Or even on Facebook, you can email us at admin@ctfiremuseum.org.
People are talking in the chat. There are some people that remember these buses, and they're talking about the sound the coins would make as they drop into the coin machine.
And that's one of the goals of the Fire Museum and us as volunteers as a whole, is to just bring back the memories of the bygone era. And of course, on our Facebook, you can see many different photos and examples of our fleet of buses while operating with the trolley cars. We go out for photo shoots with the Trolley Museum very often.
And the Trolley Museum, is that the one that's in here?
Yep. So actually, in the Better Living Center, there's the 3 different trolley museums from Maine and the 2 in Connecticut. We're located on the same property as the Connecticut Trolley Museum in East Windsor. So we're all on the same property. And for the fare to enter the Trolley Museum, you get admission to the Fire Museum at the same time. It's a 2-for-1 deal.
There you go. Oh, that's really cool. Is there any stuff we can see outside as well?
Absolutely.
You surround. I just want to. Oh, hold on. I gotta get this too. I'm gonna turn around in a second. You can see there's an original GM sticker, and then there's the original GM plaque. It's amazing that's in great condition.
Yes, we all work very hard to keep the buses in as immaculate of a shape as possible. And of course, some of the decaling becomes a little faded over time, but in our opinion, that just adds to the authenticity of it.
So this is repainted then?
Repainted, correct.
Yeah. And this is down there, the registration, that's the museum registration then?
So it stands for CAFAA, Connecticut Antique Fire Apparatus Association Incorporated. That's the organizational incorporated name for the Fire Museum.
Now you say fire. Do you have fire trucks?
We have 16 fire trucks in our fleet. So on top of these transit buses, we have 16 fire trucks in our fleet, ranging from 1975 to the early 1920s, including a 1920s ladder tiller truck, which still runs to this day.
So what is the focus or the mission of the organization then? It's not just the bus transportation stuff. It sounds like it's a little bigger than that.
It's also the historical context of firefighting vehicles, not particularly firefighting in the sense of the tools and equipment such as Halligan bars and other air packing equipment, but specifically just historically relevant fire apparatus. We actually, for those of you who may be interested in fire trucks as well, we have the first model serial number 001 of the Century series, which is one of the most commercially available apparatus back in the early 70s. American LaFrance.
Did you get in it through the firefighting or through the buses?
I went through it through the Trolley Museum. I began at the Trolley Museum in 2016, and eventually I propagated over to the Fire Museum and Motor Coach Museum as well.
I want to go check out. I love the lights on these older vehicles. Just that front grille.
Yes.
Like they don't make them like, oh, even look at this. The way the windshield wiper is even connected, and the way I'm looking at the angles of this.
Yes. So that's the reason they were called fishbowl buses, is just because from the outside the driver looks like they're sitting in a fishbowl.
Yeah. That's so cool. And are these original or reproduction, these grills and stuff?
I believe, to my knowledge, the majority of these are original. I believe the actual vent cover was replaced from something in our stock.
Right,
our
yeah,
stock
yeah,
of
yeah.
GM parts.
Yeah.
But the vast majority was original or at least repainted.
And I love the special. You can tell that's an original one too. Like just
It's an original scroll sign.
Yeah.
We have it destinations, like I said, Thomaston, Naugatuck, Express.
Do you have to do anything to these buses to make them street legal with modern regulations or anything, or are they, because of their age, they're good to go?
Since they're registered as an antique, as long as we maintain them,
Yeah.
they're operational. They're all fully insured.
So if you were a bus driver back in the day, this compared to the new rear view mirror or side mirrors, I'm just looking at how tiny this thing is.
Oh yes, speaking from somebody who drives these for the museum fairly regularly, seeing out of the driver's side mirror is not a challenge, but it's certainly something to get used to, as a lot of us are used to our regular car mirrors.
I don't know that I'd want to change lanes.
It takes a lot of training and practice at our lot before we allow any newer drivers to come take them on the street.
So there is a training program before people can drive these, but volunteers are allowed to train to drive them.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. It's part of the experience of becoming a volunteer, and we have many different positions. It's not all mechanics work and operating these vehicles. We have a lot of paint work that needs to be done, even just painting the sides of the buses and our various displays. Right now, we're currently undergoing a process of updating all of our displays, which is a lot of paint work. We're looking for carpentry, for woodwork. There's a ton of different positions at the Fire Museum.
One more time before we go, how can people find you guys if they're interested in getting more info?
The first way is by coming here to the Amherst Railroad Show and signing up with us in person. We have applications and pens here on board our bus when you can come through and enjoy our rolling museum. You can also reach out to us on Facebook via a direct message or our email address, which is admin@ctfiremuseum.org.
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I'll stop by to see people's faces the next 2 days as they see this bus in person.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I have, is it the fishbowl bus that I have from them? I have some N scale Repido buses. I don't know what, I don't know whether they're this bus or a different bus, but it does look like a very similar bus. Very, very similar. So yeah, I hope that was interesting for people. I'll try and pull that little clip out later maybe and post it up separately so people can see it, because that was a nice little tour. So you can see them here. They're swapping the doors out. So this is why you heard announcements earlier saying get the cars out of here. You're going to be stuck in there. They actually they roll the doors up a little bit, put in these, they roll up the roll doors, put in these other doors, and lock everything down, lock people in as well. See, Nelson is still here every time. Every time. It is definitely gotten busier here. You can see all the various people in line. There is a lot more going on. These tables weren't even here earlier. The Azotrack tables. This aisle was much wider. There'll be a table here in a little bit. That'll be the Amherst Society table. And they'll have their setup. But a lot more going on right now. There's a lot to see here. There's a lot to do, a lot to experience. One of the things I want to check out while I'm here today is these custom model railroads. They have a lot of city-specific items, and I want to look into whether I can adapt some of the city-specific stuff for my own layout, but make it more background flats and that sort of thing as well. So this is cool. I hope people are enjoying this. If you want more of this, let me know what kind of things you want to see while I'm here, because there is definitely a lot to see. I'm seeing some people from Cotto that I talked to last year as well. We're walking past Scenic Express again. Just checking it up. I'm probably going to wrap this up in about another 15 minutes or so. So if there's any last minute things people want me to walk by at the Better Living Center before we wrap up, shout them out now. I'm looking at this. I don't know if you guys, let's see if we go around this way. The ESU booth back here is bright. They are very bright. Very, very bright. I'm going to make my way back over towards Mini Prints. Here's the Connecticut Trolley Museum right here in East Windsor, Connecticut. So this is the Trolley Museum that the gentleman outside was telling us all about. We'll go see what they've got set up here. But yeah, so the bus, the fire part that they're a part. I'm rambling a little bit now, but here's the East Windsor, Connecticut. Oh, and they've got mints. Definitely looking forward to getting some mints later. I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that. That was a bookstore earlier back there. Ron's Books is here, back here against the wall. Oh, you know what? I have not seen this year. I have not seen the F-scale layout that was here last year. Oh, Osborne kits. There you go. I don't remember them having a booth here last year. I don't think I saw it. I really like the Osborne stuff. Comes in kits. They make almost all of their stuff in N scale as well. You can see I've been looking at these switch stands lately because I've gotten obsessed with switch stands. I am looking for the F scale layout, and I do not see it. I see Ron's finally getting to work. Well, get to it. We'll come back when Ron's got some more time. He can tell us about some of the modules he's been working on. Oh, Walters has moved. Walters used to be, Walters is right here now. They used to be in the center a little bit more. They moved stuff around to, try and accommodate as many people as possible. I have not seen much narrow gauge stuff, actually. So I don't know that I've specifically seen any ON30. I'm trying to think. My brain's working, so I can't talk and walk and think all at the same time. It's just not something I'm capable of. I am just kidding. I can't wait till tomorrow. I'm just buzzing with excitement. Like, this is just, when the people show up and the excitement of all the people, I just really enjoy it. I'm going to have to look at the map, though. I really want to